And that's when I reached out to CertaPro Painters and CertaPro.com. You can ask about their spring sales event for 10% off qualifying projects through May 15th. And here's the deal. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. So whether inside or out, you can protect your home with quality paint and a worry-free process. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C, CertaPro.com.
This Odyssey Sports broadcast has been brought to you by Geico. Switch and save. Get more with Geico.
You're listening to 100,000 watts of Rangers baseball on KRLD-FM, KRLD HD1 Dallas-Fort Worth. We are 105.3 The Fan.
Score! Swing and a miss, struck him out. Fastball at the top of the zone. Jacob deGrom, 9 strikeouts in 7 innings.
Seager, he swings and belts one. Deep right center. That is on its way. That ball is history.
Spring has returned, and your Texas Rangers step into 2026 with their sights set on another championship. Spring training baseball on the Rangers Radio Network is brought to you by Globe Life. For over 125 years, Globe Life has helped protect families when they need it most. Globe Life, make tomorrow better. Bailey and Gallion, CertaPro. Choose happy, choose CertaPro Painters. Visit CertaPro.com. Lexus, visit your Dallas-Fort Worth Lexus dealership today. And by Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, where the players play. Alongside Jared Sandler, here's your Hall of Fame voice of the Rangers, Eric Nadel.
From Surprise Stadium in Surprise, Arizona, it's the Texas Rangers against the San Diego Padres. Hello there, everybody. This is Eric Nadel with Jared Sandler and our engineer, Matt Prelip. Dylan Moore and Adam C. are back in master control. It is a beautiful afternoon here in Surprise. We have a mix of blue skies and cloud cover, but the sun is peeking through as we get ready for the Rangers' 21st game of the spring. It's a split squad day for both ball clubs. Nathan Eovaldi will be pitching for the Rangers today. Nate, who went 5 innings his last time out, makes his 4th appearance of the spring. He's 0-1 with a 4.66 ERA. He matches up against 34-year-old lefty Marco Gonzalez, the former Seattle Mariner #1 starter. Gonzalez trying to catch on as an invitee. He's pitched 3 times this spring. He's 0-1 with a 5.87 ERA. He missed all of last year due to injury. The Rangers have won 4 games in a row, their longest winning streak of the spring. They come in with 12 wins and 8 losses. The Padres are 10-10. The Padres, being the visiting team today on a split squad day, have brought a lineup of minor leaguers for the most part, but there are a couple of familiar names, including former Ranger Nick Solak, who will play second base for them, and Ty France, who made his mark as the first baseman with the Seattle Mariners. Just about ready to go. We'll have the starting lineups and the first pitch of game number 21 right after this on the Rangers Radio Network.
Life's a team sport. You need a team your family can count on. Medical City Healthcare, the official healthcare system of the Texas Rangers and one of North Texas's largest healthcare providers, offers comprehensive, compassionate care, advanced technology, and personalized treatment for your entire family. Trusted care when you need it most. Medical City Healthcare, a team you can count on.
Hey Rangers fans, the 2026 MLB season is here, and SeatGeek has your ticket to all the Rangers action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of every home team win. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Rangers games or to any other live event in the greater Dallas area, SeatGeek has your seat. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of your Texas Rangers. Your ticket to the best game of your life. SeatGeek.
Oh, it's popping at Tropical Smoothie Cafe with the new Tropi Boba Bowls. Take your pick from an acai base topped with mango or strawberry-flavored Tropi Boba. Available now for a limited time only at Tropical Smoothie Cafe, the official smoothie of the Texas Rangers.
The Padres today are being managed by Randy Nora, the former big league catcher. Their manager, Craig Stammen, in his first year at the helm, will manage the other half of the Padres for their home game today in Peoria. Their lineup today features Bryce Johnson leading off. He's in center field. Ty France is batting second at first base. Nick Schnell is the right fielder. Schnell is batting third. Jace Bowen, the designated hitter, bats cleanup. Carlos Rodriguez will play left field. He's batting fifth. Nick Solak hitting sixth is at second base. Rodolfo Duran will catch and bat seventh. Francisco Acuna at shortstop bats eighth. And Pablo Reyes at third base is hitting ninth. Johnson, France, and Schnell, Bowen, Rodriguez, and Solak, Duran, Acuna, and Reyes. That's the starting nine against the 36-year-old right-hander from Alvin, Nathan Edward Eovaldi. For the Rangers, under Skip Schumacher, Brandon Nimmo leads off in right. Wyatt Langford batting second is in center. Corey Seager at shortstop bats third. Andrew McCutchen will DH and hit cleanup. Josh Smith at third base is batting fifth. Evan Carter hitting sixth is in left field. Sam Haggerty at second base bats seventh. Hitting eighth, Ezekiel Duran, the first baseman. Willie McIver, the catcher, is batting ninth against Marco Gonzalez, the 6'1", 200-pound southpaw from Fort Collins, Colorado, out of Gonzaga. Calling the balls and strikes is Charlie Ramos. Stu Sherwater is at first base. Dylan Wilson at second base. Jen Powell at third base. Nathan Eovaldi coming off a strong outing last Sunday. He threw 69 pitches. He threw 5 innings. And Jared, it appears sort of evident, although nobody has said it, that Nathan Eovaldi is lined up to be the opening day starter for the third straight year for Texas.
And it would make sense based on performance from last year and what he means to this ball club and specifically the rotation. You know, earlier today, Cody Bradford was throwing a live bullpen, and a number of the starters were behind him, all of them except for Eovaldi, because he's getting ready for the start today. And that's something that we didn't see before Nathan Eovaldi got here. The way he's helped reshape the culture has been incredibly evident, and so it makes sense that he would get that tip of the cap.
Coming off a year when he went 11-3 with a 1.71 ERA, but missed about a month. He made 22 starts. Here's Bryce Johnson to lead it off. He's a left-handed batter, a switch hitter batting left, and the pitch is over for a strike from Eovaldi, and we are underway. 87 degrees, the official game time temperature. We have a 5-mile-an-hour wind that is out toward left center. Eovaldi working in short sleeves delivers. There's a swing and a line drive over the head of Sam Haggerty into right field. It is a base hit for Bryce Johnson to start the ball game. He's now 9 for 36 for the spring. Ty France is next. France having a big spring, trying to win a spot as an invitee, hitting .367 with no homers and 5 runs batted in. France, playing at the age of 31, was originally drafted by the Padres in the 34th round about 10 years ago. Bob Henley is the coach at third. Morgan Burkhart, the coach at first for the Pods, and the pitch is fouled away. They are wearing brown spring training jerseys with San Diego in mustard yellow across the front. The names and numbers in yellow on the back. They wear sand-colored pants with a dark brown stripe down the side, and a yellow cap with a brown brim. Rangers in their blue tops, Texas in white across the front. Eovaldi from the stretch to the plate, and there's a swing and a miss. It is 0-1. Rangers with white pants, red, white, and blue piping down the side, red cap with a blue brim, and a white tee with a prickly pear cactus growing out of the tee. You've got to let Jared weigh in on these caps. Matt and I have discussed them. There's a swing by France and a high foul down the left field line out of play. Have you had a good look at the caps yet with the cactus growing out of the tee? What's your feeling about that?
Yeah, not a big fan. I don't want to upset anyone. I feel like I got to be watching my P's and Q's here. Not the look that I would have chosen, but...
And it's not just a Ranger thing. All of the Cactus League teams have this cactus growing out of the T or the SD or whatever their logo happens to be. There's a swing and a high foul off to the right and out of play. We're just underway. Bryce Johnson at first base with nobody out. To me, the problem with the cactus is that it isn't obviously a cactus. It just looks like a green and pink blob.
The first time I saw it, I thought, is this what's at the end of the rainbow or something? Like, I wasn't totally sure what we were doing with the caps.
Eovaldi set and fires, and the pitch is bounded foul on the third base side.
Yeah, I don't understand the different colors. To me, a cactus is green.
Well, the prickly pear cactus has pink blossoms during the short season in which it actually blooms. And I suppose that's what it's all about. And it does usually bloom this time of year.
Well, they got rid of short season baseball a couple years ago.
Here's a swing and a high chop to third base. Smith charges, whips it sidearm to first, and he gets his man. Johnson advances to second base on a true Baltimore chop off the plate. So Johnson now down at second base with one away. And Nick Schnell is coming up. Schnell, the right fielder today. Of course, Fernando Tatis Jr. will play right for them in the regular year. He's otherwise occupied with Team Dominican Republic in the World Baseball Classic. Schnell with some extra playing time this spring, hitting .250, 4 homers, 7 runs batted in. And he swings and misses. It is 0-1. Signed as a minor league free agent. Former first-round pick by Tampa Bay back in 2018. Played in the Washington system last year. Left-handed batter against Eovaldi. Nathan kicks and fires, and the pitch is low and inside, 1-1. Eovaldi, of course, a true 4-pitch mix with the splitter, the fastball, the cutter, and the curve, all thrown over 20% of the time last year. He was a good ground ball pitcher last year and contained the running game as well. Only 4 steals against him. There's a swing by Schnell and a foul off to the left. And the count 1-2 strikes. We'll have a lot of baseball for you over the next few days. We're on the air tomorrow at 3 against the Dodgers. Then Monday night at 7 o'clock and Wednesday night at 8 o'clock, all on the radio. There's a swing and a miss. And Schnell out of there on a slow breaking ball. And there are 2 outs and a runner at second base. No score in the first for Jace Bowen.
I don't remember the last time that we had a change of start time due to the heat in spring training, but we learned that earlier today that some of those games are going to be pushed back because it's supposed to get pretty spicy this week.
Yeah, Wednesday and Friday's games were to have started at 5 o'clock Phoenix time. They've been moved back to 6. We were told that the temperature drops an average of 9 degrees an hour, and they felt it was significant to move the starting time back 1 hour and get the extra 9 degrees and get it back under 100. If all these pitches fouled at the plate, Jace Bowen, a right-handed batter, the designated hitter today, in a hole at 0-2 as Eovaldi tries to work around a leadoff single. He gave up a run in the first inning in his last start, another one in the third inning, but finished very strong. He retired his last 9 batters in a game the Rangers lost to the Angels 10-7. They haven't lost a game since. The pitch is high. And the count of 2 strikes on Jace Bowen with Carlos Rodriguez waiting on deck.
Now, what did we decide the trophy was called for this year? I was away. I wasn't a part of the executive committee meetings.
1-2 pitch. And a breaking ball swung on and missed. He curved him and got him. And a nice finish to the first inning for Eovaldi with back-to-back punch-outs. No runs on a hit. 1 man left. We're going to the bottom of the first. It's the Padres 0. The Rangers coming up on the Trajan Wealth Rangers Radio Network.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
O'Reilly.
Replace your wiper blades and save $10 on a pair of Rain-X Latitude wiper blades at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Beam blade technology improves windshield contact for maximum visibility. Our professional parts people will even install your new wiper blades for free. Stop by your O'Reilly Auto Parts store or shop online at O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Everyone has a horizon, the line you can't see past. Before it, the familiar. Beyond it, the unknown. Enter the Lexus GX. It's designed to be capable. It's designed to be luxurious. But most of all, it's designed to get you past your horizon. And the nice thing about horizons is that once they're crossed, there's always another, patiently waiting its turn. Live up to it. The Lexus GX. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
No score going to the bottom of the first. Lefty Marco Gonzalez will face Nimmo, Langford, and Seager with McCutcheon in the hole. Gonzalez works in short sleeves. Not a hard thrower. He's a crafty lefty with 66 career wins and 50 losses for the Cardinals, the Padres, and the Pirates. A career 4.16 ERA. His first pitch to Nimmo, lefty to lefty, is outside. Brandon 3 for 14 on the spring. Had a big bases loaded double yesterday against the Rockies. 1-0 pitch, swung on and fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike. Travis Jankowski is the coach at third base, and Corey Ragsdale at first for Texas. 350 down the lines here in Surprise. 379 to the alleys. 400 to dead center. This is not one of the larger crowds of the spring, as both teams are in split squad. Rangers' other half is at Goodyear today, playing against the Cincinnati Reds. 1-2 the count to Nimmo as he swings and misses, and Gonzalez rocks back and lets it fly. And the pitch to Nimmo is high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Padres playing the Guardians in their other game today. The pitch swung on and fouled back. So 2-2 the count on Brandon Nimmo. Around the infield for San Diego is Reyes at third, Acuna at second, Solak at first, and France. Make it Solak at second and France at first with Tunein catching. Rodriguez in left, Johnson in center, and Schnell in right. The 2-2 pitch is on the way. Nimmo a swing and a foul at the plate. I've got a solid piece of the catcher, Rodolfo Duran. So we're going to have a momentary pause here. A chance to remind you the Rangers open the home season Friday, April 3rd against the Cincinnati Reds. That's a 3 o'clock start. Then the Reds will be in town Saturday the 4th for a 6 o'clock game and Sunday the 5th for a 1:35 start. And tickets available at Rangers.com. That first homestand also features the division champions, the Seattle Mariners, on the 6th, 7th, and 8th. Night game 6th and 7th, and a day game on Wednesday the 8th. Back comes Gonzalez, and he misses wide to Nimmo, and the count has gone full to Brandon. Gonzalez stays right on the rubber between pitches. Rocks back and delivers, and it's fouled off to the left, and Nimmo making Gonzalez work to the first batter of the ball game. Gonzalez did not pitch at all last year. The year before, he pitched only 7 times for Pittsburgh before missing the rest of the season. And he appears to be an outsider looking in the Padres pitching plans. 3-2 pitch, ball 4. He missed high and away. Great at bat there for Brandon Nimmo. Falling behind, spoiling some good ones, and working the leadoff walk. The Rangers are tied for the Major League lead in walks this spring after picking up 11 yesterday against the Rockies.
Yeah, I always wonder what you can really take away from these games, and I don't know if the plate discipline will translate, but it's certainly notable for a team that really struggled in that department last year.
You bet. Get some good habits going in the spring as Langford takes outside. Langford hitting .417. He's 10 for 24. 3 homers and leads the club in RBIs with 10. Josh Smith also has 3 homers. The pitch is a strike at the top of the zone on the outside corner, and Langford doesn't like the call, and he is asking for a challenge. Charlie Ramos with the announcement, and the answer is... the pitch was a ball. Just a little bit off the plate outside. By 0.4 of an inch. That's a little bit, I'd say.
Wyatt's got an eagle eye.
2-0. Langford waiting. And here it comes. Just off the plate outside. It is 3 balls and no strikes. Solak, the second baseman, shaded way up the middle. The right side of the infield is completely open for Langford. He's got count leverage here at 3-0 with Nimmo, the runner, at first base. Gonzalez, the set, and delivers. There is a strike over the outside corner. The count is 0-1. Nimmo, a guy who has never been a huge base stealer, but the last 2 years have been his 2 best base stealing years with 13 and 15. Here's the 3-1 pitch, and that's fouled back. And the count is 3-2. That one's soaring over the head of Corey Seager, waiting in the on-deck circle. Tomorrow we're in Glendale at Camelback Ranch against the world champion Los Angeles Dodgers. Trey Shupak, the veteran right-hander from LaGrange, Texas, will be on the mound for Texas against River Ryan of the Dodgers. 3-2, the payoff pitch, ball 4, missed low and inside. So the Rangers have 2 on with nobody out against Gonzalez. And walks have not been a problem for Gonzalez this spring, but hits have. He's given up 13 hits in 7 2/3. 5 runs to go along with that, an opposing batting average of .382. And his catcher, Rodolfo Duran, who's a minor league journeyman catcher, if you will, going out to talk to his left-hander as the Rangers in a scoreless game have 2 on and nobody out for Corey Seager. Corey 6 for 24 on the spring, a .250 hitter, a homer, and 3 runs batted in. Andrew McCutchen waits on deck. Infield looking for 2. Here's the pitch to Seager. It's at the top of the zone for a strike. Curveball at 81 miles an hour. Nimmo, the runner at second base. Langford behind him at first. Gonzalez a check a second, and the pitch, and Seager swings and misses. That's a fastball up and in at 90 miles an hour, and the count is 0-2. Gonzalez back to the belt. Pushes off and comes home. And a swing and a miss. He struck him out on a straight changeup. 3 pitches to retire Corey Seager. So the Rangers have yet to put the ball in play. 2 walks and a strikeout. And here is Andrew McCutchen, a 39-year-old DH. 3 for 6 this spring and 3 walks. So he's been on 6 times in 9 plate appearances. The owner of 332 career home runs. Here's the pitch. Strike. Oh, it is not a strike. I thought that Charlie Ramos was about to shoot out the right arm. He kept it in close. It's ball 1 to McCutchen, who's been having very long at-bats. And that has been his modus operandi in recent years. The 1-0 delivery. And that's outside. It is 2-0. I got a chance to talk to Andrew for a while today. It's the first time I had met him. And he's not a very big guy at all. He's listed at 5'10" and 190, and I'd be surprised if he's actually that big.
It's clear he's kept his body in great shape, though, over the years.
Yeah, and he came to camp ready to play. 2-0, outside and high, 3-0. He said the Ranger thing came up fairly suddenly. He thought he was going to be back in Pittsburgh, of course, and then when it turned out he wasn't, he had to start making phone calls. He said he didn't have an agent. The last few years he didn't use an agent because he knew he was going back to the Pirates. 3-0. The pitch. He takes ball 4. It's a 4-pitch walk. So Marco Gonzalez has walked the bases loaded. Has to be deja vu for the Rangers, who were over in Scottsdale yesterday against the Rockies and saw a parade of walks issued by the Colorado pitchers. Nimmo moves to third base, Langford to second, McCutchen's on at first, and here's Josh Smith, who's just been ripping this spring, hitting .387, 3 homers, 7 RBIs. Lefty against lefty, infield looking for 2, no score, and the pitch is bounced foul on the first base side. 0-1 on Josh Smith. Remember, in addition to his 3 Cactus League homers, he hit 2 in the exhibition game against Team Brazil. And all of his home runs have been bombs. They have not been wall scrapers. 0-1 the count. And here's the pitch. Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. I actually ran into Justin Vealey, the Rangers hitting coach, today. I've been missing him all spring. And he said that they told Josh in the offseason to take it easy a little bit. Don't work quite as hard. Don't keep trying to change everything. 1-1 pitch is high, and it's 2-1. Of course, Josh has made major modifications in his stance and his swing in previous off seasons, but they really didn't want him to do that this time around. There's action now in the Padre bullpen as the pitch count is building. Gonzalez up to 25 pitches. The 2-1, that's high. It is 3-1 on Smith. And Gonzalez is in danger of walking in a run and pitching his way out of this first inning. Evan Carter, the on-deck batter. 3-1 to Josh Smith. Here's the pitch. And he almost hit him, ball 4. The Rangers take a 1-0 lead. Smitty picks up his 8th RBI of the spring. That is the 4th walk of the first inning allowed by Marco Gonzalez.
Clay Edmondson is the pitcher who's been warming up for the Padres. And, of course, Marco can re-enter the game in the second, but it doesn't seem like he's long for the first.
Yesterday it was Jose Quintana, the veteran left-hander for the Rockies, who ran into early control trouble. Didn't make it through the second inning. And now Randy Knorr, the acting manager of this San Diego B team, going out to talk to his pitcher and the entire infield. Gonzalez has thrown 27 pitches already here in the first inning. The Rangers still have not put a ball in play, but have a 1-0 lead. This is the first Ranger telecast of the year on RSN, Ranger Sports Network. Dave Raymond, Mike Bassick, Laura Stickles on the job today. You weren't down on the field before the game. I kept looking for you down there, Jared.
Yeah, no pregame or postgame today. We will have Rangers hot stove on the fan after the game.
All right. Here's Evan Carter, and he lets one go by for strike one.
If Marco Gonzalez allows us. I think we got to be off air before the morning show on Monday morning. I don't know at this rate.
Here's the set. The pitch. Carter takes outside. Well, Nimmo has scored. Langford now occupies third base. McCutcheon's down at second, and Josh Smith's on at first. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, and the base is full of blue-shirted Rangers. Here's the pitch. A broken bat flare foul off to the left. Chunks of wood flying everywhere, and that one seemed to break the long way. It left Evan Carter with half a bat, but not the bottom half of the bat. It was one side of the bat. That bat was just filleted down the middle from top to bottom. And it's a 1-2 count now on Evan Carter with Sam Haggerty waiting next. The next pitch will be number 31 from Gonzalez. And here it is. Carter hits a ground ball to third. The throw comes home in time for the out. No play at first as Reyes pegged to Duran. Rather than going around the horn and trying to double up Evan Carter, they took the safe out at home plate. It remains a 1-0 score, and Sam Haggerty will bat with the bases loaded, but he will be seeing a reliever, it appears. So Carter reaches on the 5-2 fielder's choice. Langford is forced out. McCutcheon arrives safely at third base and Smith at second base. And Clay Edmondson will be coming on to pitch to Sam Haggerty with the Rangers leading 1-0. Let's pause for these messages with the pitching change on the Trajan Wealth Rangers Radio Network.
At last, Texas Rangers baseball is back at the ballpark. And you'll want to be there April 3rd, 4th, and 5th when Corey Seager, Wyatt Langford, and the Rangers face off against Ellie De La Cruz and the Cincinnati Reds for a weekend series that counts. Don't miss the joy and fun and energy of the season's first home games. Grab your tickets at Rangers.com. That's right. All for Texas.
Oh, it's popping at Tropical Smoothie Cafe with the new Tropi Boba Bowls with juicy poppin' boba, available now for a limited time only. Take your pick from an acai base topped with mango-flavored Tropi Boba or strawberry-flavored Tropi Boba. Pop in and try the new Tropi Boba Bowls today at Tropical Smoothie Cafe, the official smoothie of the Texas Rangers.
Life's a team sport. You need a team your family can count on. Medical City Healthcare, the official healthcare system of the Texas Rangers, and one of North Texas's largest healthcare providers, offers comprehensive, compassionate care, advanced technology, and personalized treatment for your entire family. Trusted care when you need it most. Medical City Healthcare, a team you can count on.
Say Sam Haggerty. Sam Haggerty turns around and bats left-handed. He figured he'd be batting right-handed against Marco Gonzalez to start the game. He bats left-handed against this side armor, Clay Edmondson. 1-0 Rangers on top. Here comes the pitch to Haggerty. It's a fastball strike. McCutcheon at third, Smith at second, Carter at first. Edmondson reaches down, touches the rosin bag, wears his pant legs pulled way up high, showing lots of brown stocking. Works from the stretch at the belt to the plate. A swing and a bounder foul behind Jankowski coaching at first. That trickles on down the line. And Edmondson has come in here and quickly gotten ahead in the count at 0-2. Ezekiel Duran would be next. 1-0 Rangers here, bottom of the first inning. Edmondson delivers. And a backdoor sweeper doesn't quite make it in through the back door. And the count is a ball and 2 strikes on Sam Haggerty. Hitting .333 for the spring. 8 for 24, a homer, 7 driven in. Here comes the pitch, and a bounder foul pass first again. And a new baseball lobbed out to Clay Edmondson. If you're wondering about Jacob deGrom, by the way, he is scheduled to pitch tomorrow, but in a camp game. As the way the Rangers have the rotation set up, he would apparently follow Evaldi. Here's the pitch. Haggerty takes inside. That almost hit him. And the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So deGrom will pitch in a camp game tomorrow while Trey Shupak gets the start against the Dodgers. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch way inside, and the count has gone full. There have been 4 walks, a strikeout, and a ground ball with a force at the plate. The runners will be going with 2 outs. Here's the payoff pitch. Ball 4 outside to Haggerty. It's 2-0 Texas as McCutcheon trots home on a bases-loaded walk, the 5th walk of the inning. Well, you're here to practice things in spring training, whether you're a pitcher, a hitter, or a broadcaster. I think I have my ball 4 call pretty well down pat.
You've gotten your reps in?
Here's Ezekiel Duran, righty to righty. The pitch to Zeke. Strike on the outside corner, 0-1.
At least with Haggerty, it was a full count. He actually had to earn the walk. I think these guys get frustrated when they stand up there. They take 3 balls. Maybe it's an auto take, strike 1, and then the 5th pitch is nowhere near the zone.
And that one misses. Nowhere near the zone. And we're now looking at a 40-pitch first inning for the San Diego Hurlers.
You know, pitchers like to get a certain amount of innings in spring. How many pitches do you need to get in to be ready?
1-1. And a bouncing ball hit to deep short. Cut off or no by the third baseman. It's Acuna who has it. Throws wild to second base. 1 run is home. 2 runs are home. The Rangers lead it 4-0. As Acuna made a marvelous play deep in the hole, but then threw wide on the outfield side to second base, and the ball skittered out into right field.
Yeah, Reyes had a belly flop-like dive to try and glove that off a third. I don't know if he has a play, even if he comes up with it, but you're right. Acuna made a play, and it seemed like maybe had a chance to get it out at second. The throw was towards the left center field side of the bag, and Nick Solak, stretching out, wasn't able to come up with it.
It scored an infield hit and an RBI for Duran, and then the error allowing the second run to score. Here's Willie McIver, the 9th batter of the inning, and he fouls the first pitch off 0-1. McIver 3 for 17, but he's walked 8 times in 25 plate appearances, so his on-base percentage at .440, and he swings and bounces one out towards second base. 3 hops to Solak. He flings it sidearm to first, and the bottom of the first is mercifully over. The Rangers come up with 4 runs on 1 hit and 1 error and leave 2. And after 1 inning, it's the Rangers 4, the Padres nothing on the Trajan Wealth Rangers Radio Network.
Rangers baseball is back at the ballpark. The first homestand of the 2026 season starts with a weekend series against the Cincinnati Reds April 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Don't miss the joy and fun and energy of the season's first home games. Tickets at Rangers.com.
A happy place comes in many colors. Whatever your color, bring happiness home with CertaPro Painters and make your happy place your home. CertaPro Painters, that's painting happy. During our spring sales event, get 10% off any home painting project, $2,500 or more. When you schedule before May 15th at participating locations, get started today at CertaPro.com. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
You love your land. During Kubota Orange Days, you'll love all the great deals. With versatile compact tractors, professional-grade mowers, and durable utility vehicles, Kubota equipment can help you turn dream projects into reality. Kubota Orange Days is here, and so are the best deals of the year. Now through June 30th, get select compact tractors with 0% financing available or save up to $5,500. Sale ends soon. Go to KubotaOrangeDays.com or stop by your local dealer for more information.
AMR, the official emergency response team of the Texas Rangers, invites you to follow your passion and find your purpose with a career in emergency medical services. Make the EMS big leagues with the national leader in emergency medical services and play a vital role providing care in any crisis. To learn more, visit amr.net/careers.
Nathan Eovaldi takes a lead of 4-0 to the mound for the second inning. Eric Nadel with Jared Sandler. And as we go to the second, first time as a broadcast father, here's Jared.
Well, thanks, Eric. First pitch from Eovaldi in there for a strike, I guess. Because of sweet Annie back home, I got to be on my best behavior these days. You know, they say having a kid matures you. I don't know. Does that mean Matt Hicks is safe for my shenanigans this year? The 0-1 pitch is swatted up the middle through to center field. Base hit, so a leadoff single to start the top of the second for Carlos Rodriguez.
I'm wondering whether she's listening. This is the first opportunity for her to hear you do a game.
She is listening.
She already crying?
I don't know if she's crying.
I mean, because she misses you so much.
Yeah, she might be crying because of that bottom of the first inning and all the walks. But nope, I got confirmation she is listening back in DFW. So, Annie, I love you. And Daddy already misses you. The 0-1, and that misses to Nick Solak, former Ranger, playing second base for the Padres today.
The way I figure it, you're now 7 kids behind Rod Barajas and 4 behind Andrew McCutcheon, who told us today he has 5 now.
Is that why Rod Barajas wears 88?
Yeah.
The pitch is chopped to third, charging. Smith gloves it in fair territory, but without a play. So an infield single for Solak. And the Padres have the first 2 men on board in the top of the second, with the Rangers leading 4-0. But you saw Annie the other day. Isn't she lovely?
Isn't she lovely? She is gorgeous. She even allowed me to hold her for a while without screaming and yelling.
Yeah, she was very
Not many people do, of any age.
Well, so far in the broadcast leaderboard, both you and Dave Raymond have check marks. She has enjoyed her time with each of you. First pitch coming from Eovaldi to Rodolfo Duran, and that pitch misses out. Or no, strike called over the outside corner. 2 on, nobody out, top of the second. Cloudy day in Surprise, but the heat starting to pick up. The 0-1, and that one is skied to short left. Seager thought he might have a play on it. He retreats, called off by the left fielder coming in. That's Carter who makes the catch. With the glasses gleaming, and there's one away in the top of the second.
Shortstop, number 36, Francisco.
No, Travis Jankowski wears the number 96 because it's the sum of his kids' birthdays. So there's a lot of children numerology for this Rangers coaching staff.
The sum of his kids' birthdays.
I guess the dates, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Runners at first and second. Here's Acuna. He had a nice defensive snag in the bottom of the first, but then the throw led to an error. He hits this one weakly on the ground to second. Haggerty's got it. He has to wait for Eovaldi to cover. He throws to first and just gets Acuna. That grounder pulled Duran off of first, and so first was vacated. Eovaldi was Johnny on the spot and was able to get there in time. The runners advanced, so runners at second and third with 2 outs. And that brings up Pablo Reyes.
Yeah, it didn't look like Duran was going to get back to the bag in time. Good thing that Nathan was over there.
I wonder if that's a ball that they would tell Zeke, hey, that's not your play to make. You got to be a little more aware of where your second baseman is. Looking down at the dugout, Corey Ragsdale, who does such a great job with the infielders having conversations. First pitch to Reyes is swung on and missed. Evaldi throws one by him, and I'm already noticing the impact of ABS, Eric. Our research tool doesn't deliver the pitches as instantly as it used to.
Right.
The 0-1. That's low. Evaldi misses with what looked like a splitter. Well, that's unfortunate because the three of us had concocted a great plan to try and cheat and help batters determine whether or not they need a challenge. The 1-1. Chopper back to the mound, speared by Evaldi Beltai. With his blue glove, he gets it and tosses to first to get Reyes and to end the inning. So a couple of singles left stranded for the Padres. We go to the bottom of the second. 4-0 Rangers on the Trajan Wealth Rangers Radio Network.
The Whataburger Monterey Melt is back? You've got some nerve showing up here again, looking all delicious with your fresh all-beef patties, melty cheeses, grilled peppers and onions, and jalapeno ranch. When I want you, you're nowhere to be found. And now you're back? Aw, get in here. We just missed you, that's all. The Whataburger Monterey Melt is back for a limited time and harder to resist than ever. Download the app. What a burger!
With X the Cash scratch tickets from the Texas Lottery, you could multiply the cash by 30, 50, 100, or even 200 times. And when you multiply the cash, you multiply the celebration. With top prizes from $60,000 up to $1 million, it's the easiest way to multiply your luck or enter for a chance to win VIP experiences. Play X the Cash scratch tickets today. Must be 18 or older. Play responsibly.
The Rangers are giving away a team record 16 different bobbleheads in 2026. It's the season of Nod. And on Saturday, April 4th, you can score the season's first, the Dot Race Results bobblehead, presented by Golden Chick.
A reminder, this is an exhibition. No wagering, please.
Just be one of the first 10,000 fans at the ballpark for the Rangers-Reds game. Tickets at Rangers.com. All for Texas.
We go to the bottom of the second inning, top of the order for the Rangers after scoring 4 in the bottom of the first, sending all 9 men to the plate. Marco Gonzalez exited in the middle of the bottom of the first, but per spring training rules, he's allowed to re-enter, and he has re-entered. So the lefty Gonzalez facing Nimmo, Langford, and Seager. The lefty Nimmo drew one of 5 walks earned by Rangers hitters in the bottom of the first. And the first pitch he sees from Gonzalez this time around misses downstairs, ball 1. Gonzalez with his toes pointing up the first base line, sidesteps into the windup. The 1-0, and Nimmo cranks one out to right field. Schnell going back of the track, looking up, and that ball's out of here. Brandon Nimmo, a left-on-left long ball. A solo home run, and the Rangers take a 5-0 lead.
He's been on his own schedule throughout spring training, feeling he didn't need to play in the first week or 10 days worth of games, but he clearly knows what he's doing and how to get ready. He has been coming on strong.
And last year against lefties, Nimmo had a 732 OPS. He was better against righties, but that's still better than league average, especially when you consider the averages of left-on-left numbers. The pitch to Langford is outside. And that was one of the appealing elements of the Rangers' acquisition of Nimmo, is that, yes, he's a left-handed hitter, but you don't have to bench him or pinch hit for him against left-handed pitchers. The 1-0. Langford takes changeup that hangs over the inside corner for a strike. 8 of Nimmo's 25 home runs last year came against Southpaws. And a little under half the chances as Langford rips one to the left side through in a left field, a base hit. Another changeup from Gonzalez. This time Langford pulled the trigger on it. So the first two have reached in the bottom of the second inning with the Rangers leading 5-0 and Corey Seager coming up.
The home run, by the way, went 410 feet. The exit velo 105.
And no doubter here at Surprise Stadium. Seager, the only batter that Marco Gonzalez was able to get in the top 5 he faced before getting Evan Carter to hit into a fielder's choice. The first pitch to Seager misses upstairs. Seager struck out swinging against Gonzalez in the first. 1-0. Swinging a ground ball right side. Solak to his left has it. Goes to second for one. Back to first. Double play. Seager not trying to win a race up the line. No reason to do any damage here in March in Arizona. Maybe in the regular season a ball he beats out, but the double play erases the runner, and there are 2 outs for Andrew McCutchen. Slightly open stance for McCutchen. He swings. Soft looper through the left side in a left field, a base hit. Kind of had a little bit of a hump to it, a soft line drive, but McCutchen reaches for the second time. He walked in the first, singles in the second. And that brings up Josh Smith.
That's now on base 8 times in 11 plate appearances for Kutch.
You know, we always hear managers and general managers, or in the case of Chris Young, president of baseball operation, leaders across organizations talk about how spring training stats aren't going to help or solely determine whether a guy makes a team. But, you know, if there was a spot to be won for Andrew McCutchen, he's certainly doing just that. First pitch to Josh Smith outside, the 1-0. That's outside, count 2-0.
Now, that being said, Mark Canha has really come on since the Rangers signed McCutchen, and Canha's got his spring average up around 300 now.
Yeah, I think that day Canha made a home run robbing catch, and then the next day hit that home run against the Giants. 2-0 is upstairs, count 3-0. And remember, we always talk about it, but these guys are obviously trying to make the team for which they're currently playing, but also auditioning for the 29 other teams around the league. 3-0 to Smith. He has the green light and swings and swats one foul right side. Broadcast brought to you by Progressive. Progressive commercial insurance protects small businesses with affordable coverage options. Quote today at progressivecommercial.com. Lefty Gonzalez to the lefty Smith with McCutchen leading. 3-1 is upstairs, ball 4. Fourth Ranger to reach in the bottom of the second. 2 singles, a homer, and now a walk. The double play responsible for both outs as Evan Carter comes up. Facing lefties has been a big topic of conversation involving Evan Carter over the last couple years, getting his second crack against the lefty Gonzalez today. First pitch up and in, ball 1. He was the last man Gonzalez faced in the bottom of the first before he was removed. It was a fielder's choice ground out, but Carter swung at a couple pitches that really weren't close to the zone. The 1-0. Fastball that misses, maybe high. We'll see. There's a challenge requested by Adolfo Duran. That one might have been a strike. Charlie Ramos, the home plate umpire, announcing it, and yes, it indeed was a strike. And that pitch really wasn't, relatively speaking, close to missing the zone. It was on the perimeter, but about 2/3 of the ball found the strike zone. The 1-1. Carter swings and pops one up to center field. Oh, this one has more carry than I thought. It sends the center fielder Johnson back, but shy of the track. He settles under it, makes the catch, and that ends the inning. Rangers get a run on the Nimmo homer. It's 5-0 as we go to the third on the Trajan Wealth Rangers Radio Network.
When you open a Corona, you hear the sounds of wherever you are a little differently. A little more Corona. think to yourself, why am I just listening? Corona, La Playa awaits. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Texas knows tradition, and this March a new one hits the streets. You've seen touchdowns and home runs, but nothing like IndyCar speed ripping through Arlington, Texas. Fearless drivers, crowds loud enough to match 700 horsepower. It's an action-packed weekend filled with concerts, entertainment, and racing. Kids 12 and under get in free, so bring the whole crew. The first ever Java House Grand Prix of Arlington is coming. This isn't our first rodeo, just our fastest. Get your tickets at gparlington.com.
Ever wondered what it takes to move all the gear to support 75 players, a dozen trainers, and a Palomino to Surprise, Arizona? PGL, Rangers captain, and all your Texas Rangers know that it's a big job, and PGL is proud to be the official team logistics partner.
Visit shippgl.com/Rangers or call 833-SHIP-PGL to talk with one of our experts to take care of your business. From Surprise to Singapore and everywhere in between, we'll get you in the game.
5-0 Rangers. We go to the third inning. Nathan Eovaldi starting his third inning of work. Going to face 1, 2, and 3 for the Padres. Bryce Johnson, Ty France, and Nick Schnell. Johnson singled off of Eovaldi to begin the ball game, but Eovaldi proceeded to retire the next 3 Padres he faced in the top of the first. Into the windup, the righty's pitch. Swinging Johnson hits one high in the air to right center. Carter races after it. So does Nimmo in the deep alley, and it's out of the reach of both Rangers outfielders. One hop over the wall and onto the berm. An automatic double for Bryce Johnson on a ball that seemed to hang up there forever, but with where the Rangers were positioned defensively, it was a tough chance for both Carter and Nimmo.
And the wind now, which was blowing out toward left, is more blowing out towards center now, and I think that was the difference between that ball being catchable and being beyond the reach of the outfielders.
So here's France. Open stance for the right-handed hitter. First pitch, and that one misses inside.
You know, pitchers are working on different things in spring training. Clearly, Eovaldi is working out of the stretch with people on base, giving up leadoff hits to the leadoff man in each of the first 3 innings.
To the 1-0, fouled away. But it's so nice of him to give confidence to these Padres hitters by allowing them to earn it as opposed to just intentionally walking them.
He's doing Eovaldi things. Last year he held opposing batters to a 160 average with men in scoring position. Today, so far, they're 0 for 5.
1-1. France swings, fouls one back. Count 1 and 2. You know, there's some folks who say that such success in that situation is more luck than it is skill, but probably a combination. I do think there are pitchers who mentally know how to handle tough spots like that.
No doubt in my mind.
1-2, that's upstairs, check swing, and France didn't go around. We've got a really tall umpiring crew at the corners. I think it's Stu Sherwater at first. I'm not familiar with Dylan Wilson's work, but he seems to be the tall, slender ump on the third base side right now. 2-2 is low and away. Jen Powell up the middle at second with Charlie Ramos behind the plate. The umpires during spring training rotate throughout the game around the bases, with the home plate umpire remaining in place. 3-2, the kick and the pitch. Swing a ball tap foul towards the Padres dugout. The Rangers just under 2 weeks away from starting their season in Philadelphia. You mentioned it. It's likely going to be Nathan Eovaldi to start for Texas. 3-2. Swing and a miss. Elevated fastball. Got the chase on what likely would have been ball 4. The strikeout is the first out in the top of the third. Well, for the Phillies, it's not going to be Zach Wheeler coming back from thoracic outlet syndrome surgery. The Rangers are likely to face a couple of lefties in their 3-game set against the Phillies with Christopher Sanchez and Jesus Luzardo. First pitch to Schnell, hit weakly on the ground to second. Haggerty's got it over to first, 2 outs. Johnson advances to third. Aaron Nola looked pretty good for Team Italy, and there are a lot of folks with the Phillies who believe that he's primed for a bounce back after a rough year by his standards last season. The Phillies lost Ranger Suarez this offseason. He left in free agency. Taijuan Walker and Andrew Painter, other starting pitching options for the Phillies. The 2-out delivery to Jace Bowen misses low from Eovaldi. The count 1-0 with Johnson at third. Rangers leading 5-0 in the top of the third with 2 outs. The 1-0. And that one is rocketed to center field. Carter back. He turns, he looks, and that one's out of here. Onto the berm in near straightaway center. Jace Bowen with a 2-run home run, and the Padres DH gets him on the board. Bowen's 3rd home run of the spring. And the Rangers' lead is trimmed to 5-2.
Yeah, that cutter was right over the middle. Clearly a mistake by Eovaldi, and he paid for it.
Left fielder, number 47, Carlos Rodriguez.
I sent a note to Padres general manager, or whatever his title is these days. So many general managers are now presidents of baseball operations. A.J. Preller said, thanks for sending over your big guns. And he said, watch out, these guys rake. Well, through 2 innings, not so much, but a couple extra base hits for the Padres in the 3rd. And they do have 5 hits, but a couple of them weakly struck balls as the 1-0 pitch to Carlos Rodriguez misses. The count's 2-0. And he swings 1-1, and that's a soft liner into center field, a base knock. So 3 hits in the inning for the Padres. With 2 outs, the inning extends for Nick Solak. All right, how about this? You see this ballpark pass that is available?
Yeah, it's a great opportunity. I have friends who have done that in Minneapolis at the Twins games for a while. Great opportunity.
You can go to any Rangers game, including giveaway nights and marquee matchups, excluding opening day. First pitch to Solak misses, but it's not like, hey, you can go to every game except for this one and these games and that game and this. Just opening day, the only exclusion. Every home game for $49.99 a month or $249.99 for the year.
It's basically $3 a game.
Solak swings 1-0, and there's a bouncer to short. He clearly doesn't like the idea of the game day pass. Seager's got it. He goes to second. We'll talk about this in the bottom of the third. The Rangers give up a pair on the home run by Bowen, but they hold on in front. It's 5-2 Rangers as we go to the bottom of the third on the Trajan Wealth Rangers Radio Network.
It's come down to this moment. Bottom of the 9th and 2 outs. The Rangers need a run.
The toughest moments call for strong support.
Pitcher quickly checks first base. And the pitch.
That's why people trust Globe Life.
Deep to right field. Back. It's out of here.
That's why millions of people trust Globe Life to help protect what matters most.
That's a big win for the Rangers.
Globe Life. Make tomorrow better.
Just because the Texas Rangers are in action doesn't mean you have to sit in the dugout. At Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, you can bring your A game to our array of thrilling table games. Experience edge-of-your-seat excitement at over 7,000 slot machines. Or grab an ice-cold beer at one of our sports bars the next time the Rangers suit up. Get your game on at Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, official partner of the Texas Rangers.
Hi, this is the stomach speaking. It feels like breakfast was months ago. So please address immediately with Quick Trip's new $5 delicious combo. I hear you get 2 roller grill items, a Big Q fountain drink, and a bag of chips for just $5. If current crisis is not addressed, repercussions may result in embarrassment, such as leaving the gas tank open, saying yes to helping your friend move, and agreeing to run for the HOA. Pull into the closest QT and fill up soon, only for a limited time.
Bottom of the third, Rangers leading 5-2. On with Eric Nadel. Matt Hicks hanging out on a pool, or a chair by a pool, I should say. He's off today. Dylan Moore and Adam C. back in the studio. Jared Sandler happy to be with you. Sam Haggerty, the batter. The first pitch from Marco Gonzalez misses inside, ball one. It's the first time that Haggerty's facing Gonzalez. Haggerty faced the side-arming reliever Henderson back in the first, and he swings, and this one hit on the ground. A hot shot, third base side. It's fair, and down the line it goes into the corner. It rattles around, picked up by Rodriguez. Haggerty round second. He's digging for third. The relay throw is late, and Haggerty slides in safely with a leadoff triple. I lost view of the ball. I don't know if the left fielder Rodriguez had a tough time playing the carom or not, but it looked like Haggerty was content with a double and then turned on the Jets to try and extend it to a triple, and he was able to do so successfully. So the infield brought in for the Padres. Here's Duran. First pitch, and Zeke hits one in the air to left field. It sends Rodriguez back on the run. He's unable to make the play as it takes one hop and bounces off the wall. Haggerty scores easily from third. Duran up to second with an RBI double. So after giving up a pair of runs in the top of the third, the Rangers, two batters in to the home half, get one back. It's 6-2 Texas after a couple of extra base hits begin the inning. So that brings up Willie McIver, number 9 man for the Rangers, 0 for 1. Ground out to second back in the first. He turns to bunt, and he lays it down third base side. Picked up by the catcher. Duran throws to first, gets McIver, but a sac bunt advances Ezekiel Duran to third. So a nicely executed bunt from the Rangers' 9th place hitter Willie McIver, with Brandon Nimmo coming up. Let's pause for station identification on the Rangers radio network.
Your home of Texas Rangers baseball. KRLD-FM and HD1 Dallas-Fort Worth. We are 105.3 The Fan.
Runner at third, one out. Here's Brandon Nimmo. Infield in. First pitch is swing and a miss. You don't see many sack bunts in spring training play.
You don't, but if McIver is going to play, he's going to need to do things like that at the bottom of the order.
The one. Nimmo takes low. So we were talking about the ballpark pass. $49.99 a month just for a monthly pass, or you can sign up for the full year. $249.99. And you can go to any Rangers game you want. 1-1 outside. Now, I think $249.99 when you were growing up probably meant something a little bit more extreme than it does these days. But, I mean, my goodness, would that not have been a total gift when we were kids to be able to just use that and go to whatever game?
And you just roam around the ballpark. But apparently, if they have tickets available, you will get seats for the game. You'll be informed ahead of time whether you're getting seats or not. If not, you roam around and take advantage of the many standing areas at the ballpark.
2-2. Swinging a foul back. Yeah, so the game's sold out. All right, well, then you'll hang out. Great environment. Maybe you have some friends who are at the game. You can hang out with them. And if the game's not, then you'll find a seat, and you can still hang out. They still allow you to roam.
I guess, like, if your friend has a suite, I imagine you can wander over to the suite and sit in there.
2-2. Nimmo reaches for one and pokes one into left field, a base hit. Going the other way against the lefty Gonzalez. Nimmo, who homered last time. An RBI single. He's reached all 3 trips to the plate. And the Rangers lead 7-2. Nice piece of hitting there by Brandon Nimmo. And, you know, that's something that probably shouldn't be a surprise from a left-handed hitter who is good at hitting left-handed pitchers, is the ability and willingness to go the other way. So here's Wyatt Langford. First pitch is outside. Wyatt a walk and a single.
Langford is swinging a liner into center field, a base hit over the leap of Sola. Nimmo up to second, stops there. So the Rangers have sent 5 men to the plate this inning. Triple, double, sack, bunt, single, single.
And Marco Gonzalez is at 60 pitches right now, and he is really taking one for the team at the moment. You know, with 7 hits allowed by Gonzalez today, he has now given up 20 hits in under 10 innings of work this spring.
There's Seager. And the first pitch misses low and away. That's not going to help your case in trying to make a team.
Now, I'm not sure what's going on in the Padres camp, but my guess is he's not going to make the ball club.
The 1-0. Up and in. Seager limbo's out of the way. They count 2-0. Now the Padres rotation going to be without Yu Darvish, who's recovering from elbow surgery, but Nick Pivetta, Joe Musgrove, Michael King, Randy Vasquez, Herman Marquez signed. The 2-0 is upstairs. J.P. Sears, who has been a Rangers nemesis. The knuckleballer Matt Waldron. Griffin Canning also now with the Padres. Marco Gonzalez is deep down the depth chart. 3-0 to Seager. The pitch, swinging a foul back to the netting, headed our way. Count 3-1. And he's not the type of guy who you would think would be of any sort of benefit as a reliever, unless he was simply a long reliever eating up innings. But with his performance this spring, he's not really making a strong case for even that sort of a role. 3-1. Inside, ball 4. The changeup frisbees off the plate, and Seager draws a walk. That loads the bases for Andrew McCutchen. McCutchen's been hot since joining the Rangers this spring, and today he's walked and singled in his 2 trips. And we're going to have a mound meeting. It looks like Ben Fritz, the pitching coach, is going to go up the hill and talk to Marco Gonzalez. There is action now in the Padres bullpen. Looks like I'm seeing a number 71.
Yeah, it is 71, Logan Gillespie.
Okay. Now the Rangers leading 7-2, 7 runs on 8 hits. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 walks. 15 base runners for the Rangers already. And they've only sent, let's see, 18, 19, 20, 21, 21 men to the plate. Is that a good ratio? 15 base runners, 21?
It's a pretty high on base percentage. Over 700.
So here's McCutchen. Self-proclaimed country boy. When we talked to him his first day in camp, we asked him about his Western gear. First pitch misses a little bit inside. He had that video after he signed in a cowboy hat and this little belt buckle and boots. He said, no, that wasn't me doing any sort of cosplay. He said, that's all natural. 1-0, swing and a miss. Late on a pitch from Gonzalez, the count 1-1. He said, I'm from Florida, but I'm from a really rural part of Florida.
Fort Meade, Florida.
He owns some land, a ranch in the Pennsylvania area. 1-1. And excuse me, swing cricketed to short. Slow roller. Acuna charges, and he's unable to make the play. Everyone's safe. Nimmo scores. McCutchen is going to get an RBI single out of that.
Third baseman Henry Josh Smith.
And that one was so perfectly placed. I wish offhand I knew a famous cricketer, because if I did, that gentleman would be incredibly proud of Andrew McCutchen's work there.
I can't name a cricketer. Even from South Africa, you don't know any?
I used to know some. Let's see. I'm really disappointed. My dad, thankfully, isn't listening. He'd be really upset. A.B. de Villiers is one of the cricketers I used to watch growing up. As no more cricketing for Marco Gonzalez here today. Randy Knorr, the acting manager, exits the dugout and is going to make a pitching change. So new man coming to the mound. Rangers leading 8-2 with one out. Bases loaded in the bottom of the third. We'll step aside for this on the Trajan Wealth Rangers Radio Network.
It's come down to this moment. Bottom of the ninth and 2 outs. The Rangers need a run.
The toughest moments call for strong support.
Pitcher quickly checks first base. And the pitch.
That's why people trust Globe Life.
Deep to right field. Back. It's out of here.
That's why millions of people trust Globe Life to help protect what matters most.
That's a big win for the Rangers.
Globe Life. Make tomorrow better.
Just because the Texas Rangers are in action doesn't mean you have to sit in the dugout. At Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, you can bring your A game to our array of thrilling table games. Experience edge-of-your-seat excitement at over 7,000 slot machines. Or grab an ice-cold beer at one of our sports bars the next time the Rangers suit up. Get your game on at Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, official partner of the Texas Rangers.
There's a big deal going on at Whataburger. Our new Big Ranch Wrap is just $3 with a crispy chicken strip, buttermilk ranch, cheese, and fresh veggies in a warm tortilla. Or for $4, go bigger with 5 premium Whata chicken bites. Or go bigger than big with a Bacon Cheese Whataburger Jr. with fresh 100% beef and melty cheese for just $5. Add fries and a drink for just $2.49. Now that's a big deal. The Whata Deal, now at What a Burger. For a limited time at participating locations. Download the app.
Graham Smith was the longtime captain of the South African Springbok cricket side, and he was someone I remember watching, but got a suggestion from our pal Skip, John T. Rhodes, who is known for his fielding abilities, another South African cricketer. Bottom of the third, Rangers lead 8-2, bases loaded, and the first pitch from Logan Gillespie to Josh Smith is a breaking ball that knifes in for strike one. Well, I imagine Marco Gonzalez is not returning to this game after he was unable to complete the third. Andrew McCutcheon ushering him out with an infield single to score a run. 0-1, a swing and a miss. Smith out in front of an off-speed delivery from Gillespie, and the count's 0-2. The Rangers with 5 hits and a walk this inning, the only out coming on a sac bunt from Willie McIver. Smith has walked in both of his plate appearances. 0-2, he swings and hammers one to right field. Schnell back at the track at the wall, and this one's gone. A grand slam for Josh Smith, who continues his white-hot trek through the Cactus League. And the Rangers lead 12-2.
What a booming bat for Josh Smith. I just hope he's not peaking too early.
You don't want to waste those hits, but Josh doing it on an 0-2 count. Nice job for Smitty. So here's Evan Carter. And the first pitch from Gillespie is a fastball for a strike at 96 miles an hour. 12 runs on 10 hits for the Rangers. Home runs from Nimmo and Smith. And the 0-1 is swing and a miss. The count 0-2 to Carter. And the inning started with a Sam Haggerty triple. And Haggerty's now on deck. Oh-2. Inside. Count 1-2. You mentioned the wind. You look out of the flags in center and in right center. They're laying limp, but there's been a little bit of a breeze. Not like some of the winds we had earlier this spring where you would maybe expect a 12-2 score after 3 innings. And the 1-2 misses outside. 2-2 to Carter. Gillespie's pitch, swinging a chopper to second. Solak waits for it. He's got it at the belt. Sidearms to first. Carter's retired. And he's the only Ranger who hasn't earned his way on base yet today. Fielder's choice, a fly out and a ground out for the second out here in the bottom of the third. So that brings up Sam Haggerty for a second time this inning. And The first pitch misses inside to Haggerty. Broadcast brought to you by O'Reilly Auto. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. The pitch to Haggerty is swung on and laced into center field, a base hit. Second hit of the inning for Haggerty, a triple and a single. He's also walked. So the inning continues for Ezekiel Duran, who had an RBI double to score the first of 7 runs this inning for Texas.
You know, this walk mania the Rangers are involved in right now is crazy. They have 7 walks here today after 11 yesterday. They have 6 walks in the other game they're playing right now against Cincinnati.
Duran swings, and that one's clobbered down the left field line. It is hooking, and it is fair and out of here. Over the bullpen, onto the berm in left field, and Ezekiel Duran with his second homer of the spring. It's a 9-run inning for the Rangers, and they lead 14-2.
Who needs walks?
Duran is looking for his first home run in the regular season in almost a year and a half's worth of action. But he has left the yard twice this spring, and that one was a no-doubter. So here's Willie McIver. And that one is swung on and fouled down the right field side. I said earlier that Evan Carter's the only Ranger who hasn't earned his way on base. That's not true. Willie McIver hasn't either, but he did have a sac bunt earlier this inning.
We don't have a mercy rule in the Cactus League, do we?
We should. 0-1 is low. Count 1-1 to McIver. And the 1-1 is high. You know, they talk about starting quarterbacks in the NFL, how they all kind of fit a range of personality types. There are obviously exceptions, but you know, they all kind of have very mature leader type dispositions. The 2-1 strike over the outside corner. If you're a backup or third catcher, you're almost always thought to be one of the best guys in the clubhouse. I mean, those guys, like how many backup or third catcher types do you know who people don't just walk into a clubhouse and say, I love this guy? And that was the first thing that I heard about Willie McIver. Right now, third on the catching depth chart for the Rangers. 2-2 is upstairs. Both Kyle Higashioka's lingering back issue. Wonder if Willie McIver breaks camp with Texas. Higgy did take live BP earlier today, both as a catcher and as a hitter. The 3-2, and McIver takes ball 4.
So that's 8 walks in this game. And in the other game, in 4 innings, 6 walks. Rangers are winning that game, by the way, 2-0, including a bases-loaded walk to Jake Berger.
We're in the 3rd inning, and the Rangers are now 4th time into the lineup. First pitch to Nimmo. He swings. There's a drive to right center field. Johnson racing after it. Not going to be able to get it. One hopping off the wall. McIver racing around third. He's coming home. The relay throw is dropped, so McIver scores standing up. Nimmo in his second with an RBI double. And the Rangers now lead 15-2. Nimmo is a triple shy of the cycle. Not that we on the Trajan Wealth Rangers Radio Network love the cycle, but in spring training games we certainly do.
Too bad he won't be around to try and complete it.
He might not make it through the end of this half inning if the Rangers keep on swinging it. Here's Langford. 2 singles and a walk for Wyatt. Swing and a miss on the first pitch from Gillespie. 15-2, the Rangers lead. 15 runs on 13 hits and way too many walks. Oh, 1. That's low. The count 1-1. Down and in. Langford jackknifes out of the way. They count 2-1. Langford probably a little bummed that his Florida Gators lost earlier today in the SEC tournament semifinal against Vanderbilt. I'm sure that Jack Leiter and Kamar Rocker had some things to say. The 2-1, a big swing. Langford was trying to hit one to Vanderbilt and lost his balance as he came up empty. Count 2-2. What direction is that? I don't...
That's north.
Okay, so that wouldn't be to Vanderbilt. Unless you took like a really circuitous route. The wind. 2-2, 2 outs. Gillespie sets. And the pitch. Langford hits one high in the air to left center field. That one might be heading somewhere north beyond the ballpark. And that one is out of here. To the top of the berm in left center, Wyatt Langford. His 4th homer of the spring. The Rangers lead 17-2.
This is a 12-run inning, right?
I've lost count. You know, Hicksy and I did a game in Goodyear a couple years ago. Seager swings and hold that thought. That's deep to center, and that one is out of here. Corey Seager, first pitch swinging with a solo home run. 18-2 Rangers.
That's 4 home runs in the inning.
So a few years ago, Hicksy and I did a game in Goodyear. The Rangers put up like 25 or something. They might challenge that today. 18-2. First pitch to McCutchen, a swing and a miss.
And there's nobody warming in the bullpen. Gillespie's going to get his pitches in.
You know, poor Nathan Eovaldi. I mean, he's having to sit for long stretches. The 0-1, a strike. I mean, I know no one's writing him any apology notes or anything, sympathy cards, but poor guy's just trying to get his work in. 0-2. McCutchen goes the other way on a sinking liner, and that drops for a base hit. Schnell went after it, but then pulled up and instead just reached his arm out. He was able to make the short hop pick with a backhand, and we are going to start to have some substitutions. I think Richie Martin is going to pinch run for Andrew McCutchen, who will finish his day 3 for 3 with 3 singles and a walk. And I imagine Nimmo and Langford and Seager are probably going to be done too.
I imagine too.
Rangers with home runs from each of their top 3 hitters. Earlier this inning, Josh Smith hit a grand slam, and he fouls the first pitch off. That was this half inning, right?
I think.
So Richie Martin at first. 0-1 outside. Count 1-1 to Smith. All right, so the Rangers with 18 runs on 16 hits. A 13-run inning. 1-1. And that's up and away. The count 2-1. Pitches downstairs. The count 3 balls and a strike to Josh Smith. Craig Stammen's probably thinking, well, I chose wisely not going to this game. The Padres manager with a split squad. He's sticking around the Peoria Sports Complex.
Yeah, they're winning over there 4-2 over Cleveland.
3-1. That's high ball 4. Josh Smith is 1 for 1 with a grand slam and 3 walks. And I believe this is going to be it for Josh Smith. These guys aren't going to get their ups today as far as innings are concerned. But Andrew Velasquez pinch running. The Rangers are in the middle of their 4th time through the order, and we're in the 3rd inning. Their first 6 hitters, unless someone gets picked off before Evan Carter's plate appearance ends, at minimum, their first 6 hitters will end this inning with 4 plate appearances through 3 innings. So we got another mound meeting. I don't even know what to say. I feel like I'm playing MLB The Show on rookie mode, just trying to pad stats.
What do you think the Ranger record is for runs scored in an inning in a regular season game?
First pitch coming to Evan Carter. Well, I know we're in double digits for sure. 15?
16.
Wasn't it? No, it wasn't that extra inning game against Seattle, was it?
No, that was a 12, and that was against Oakland.
Oakland, that's right. 1-0. That's high.
16 against Baltimore, which included a Kevin Elster grand slam off of shortstop Manny Alexander.
That was in the mid-90s.
For the Orioles, yeah.
It was, 26-8 or something? 26-7 that game? Carter swings, and there's a hot shot on the ground to first, but it's gloved by France. He takes it to the bag, and Carter is retired, and so are the Rangers. But not before they explode for 13 runs. They lead 18-2. We go to the 4th on the Trajan Wealth Rangers Radio Network.
Hello, everyone. This is Elvis Andrews, 2-time Major League Baseball All-Star and 2025 Texas Rangers Baseball Hall of Fame inductee. As a former Major League Baseball player, I understand the importance of having a strong team behind you. For over 40 years, Bailey & Gallion has been representing people just like you that have been injured on the job.
Call Bailey & Gallion today at 1-800-LAW-OFFICE. They'll help you get the treatment at no upfront cost to you. Pay no fees unless they win. Call now, 1-800-LAW-OFFICE.
Team up with Bailey & Gallion, the official law firm sponsor of the Texas Rangers, to solve your legal puzzle.
Turn up your Radio Ranger fans. It's time for the Golden Chick Dot Race. Make your picks. And remember, no wagering, please. And they're off. They're neck and neck. Red moves ahead, but Blue's a strong second. Now Green takes the lead at the home plate turn. And speaking of plays, I always add extra rolls to mine. Golden Chick rolls are baked fresh daily and so good, they're famous. Green starts to lag. Blue is nowhere to be seen, but Red digs deep for the win.
Hall of Fame linebacker Mike Singletary is always cool under pressure.
Not always. Last summer, our AC went out and our house was hot. One of my cool friends recommended Baker Brothers at callbakernow.com. They came out, diagnosed the problem, and told us what they needed to do to fix it. They were professionals and did exactly what they said they were going to do. Wow.
If you need your AC repaired or replaced, go to callbakernow.com. Great service.
Wake up to the latest Rangers news, highlights, and opinions with Sean and RJ. Morning 6 to 10 on your home of Rangers baseball. 105.3 The Fan.
Lots of changes for the Rangers after a 13-run, 12-hit bottom of the 3rd. Texas on top 18-2, and Rodolfo Duran leads off for San Diego in the 4th. He takes a strike over the outside corner. Andrew Velasquez has remained in the game at 3rd. Keibert Rodriguez has entered at shortstop. Aaron Zavala comes in for Evan Carter in left field. Carter having gone 0 for 4 today. A pitch from Eovaldi outside for a ball. And in center field, it is Paxton Kling. Still in the game, we believe, Haggerty at second, Duran at first, Nimmo in right, and McIver catching. As the pitch in there for a strike. Eovaldi facing the bottom of the order here in the 4th. Duran, Acuna, and Reyes. He's thrown 42 pitches through the first 3 innings. And there's a swing and a check swing roller off the mound, gloved by Rodriguez, right on top of the bag at second. He whips it sidearm to first for the out. And there's one down here in the San Diego 4th inning. That brings up Francisco Acuna, who grounded out to second his first time. Josh Smith, by the way, hitting his 4th home run of the spring, is now only 1 off the Major League lead. Matt McClain of the Cincinnati Reds is the Major League leader with 5 home runs. Here's the pitch, and a breaking ball settles in there for a strike to Acuna. Little right-handed batter goes just 5'7". from Colombia. Evaldi kicks and deals, and it's outside for a ball. Evaldi used to use a full windup, an over-the-top classic Nolan Ryan-style windup, but he abandoned it last year when he was having a variety of physical problems. And when he went to the no windup delivery, he said it eased the strain on his body, and he had very good results, so he has carried that into this year as well. And the pitch is fouled away. Very little excess motion in Evaldi's movement on the mound. A strike thrower, as always, 32 strikes out of 42 pitches through the first 3 innings for Nate. He's working 1-2 here on Acuna, and the pitch is inside. Our score is 18-2 in favor of the Rangers. A 4-run first inning, a single run in the second, and 13 runs in the third. Here's the pitch, and a ground ball hit to third on 3 hops. Backhanded by Velasquez. He pegs across in time. And there are 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Rangers up by the score of 18-2.
Third baseman, number 26, Pablo.
And here's Pablo Reyes, the third baseman. Reyes hit a comebacker his first time.
If we have another one of those long innings, then one of us might need to go on another French fry or popcorn run.
We'd have time for the French fries to be cooked extra crispy the way I like them. Takes 3 extra minutes, they told me. There's a breaking ball in there for a strike, and it's 0-1.
That's worth it.
No question.
I stole a couple from you when we were passing, and those were really good.
Any of you coming to Surprise Stadium, it's the lemonade stand down the first baseline that has these fabulous New York-style straight fresh-cut fries. None of this curly stuff. Pitch is in there for a strike. It's 0-2. And the pitch is swung on, and a 3-hopper chopped out to short. Rodriguez sends it over to first. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Nathan, all on grounders. And we're going to the bottom of the 4th. 18-2 Rangers on the Rangers Radio Network.
A family office is a team built to handle the 3 biggest financial responsibilities a family faces: wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning. Most firms only manage your investments and refer the rest out, hoping everyone stays aligned. At Trajan, we built something different. Your wealth, tax planning, and estate planning are handled together inside one firm under one roof. There's no guessing whether your CPA, advisor, and estate attorney are truly in sync, because our team works together every day on your behalf. When your financial life becomes more complex, your advice should become more coordinated, not more fragmented. One plan, one trusted team. Call Trajan today at 469-949-TEAM. That's 469-949-8326.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
As the original American single malt from Texas, Balcones Distilling has been leading the recently ratified American single malt movement from the beginning, right from the heart of Texas. Whether using high-quality Texas grains, collaborating with the uncompromising climate, or adapting to let local flavors flourish, Balcones intentionally crafts every bottle of award-winning whiskey to deliver a true taste of this great state. Balcones, the official Texas whiskey of your Texas Rangers. Must be 21 or older. Please drink responsibly.
Logan Gillespie back on the mound. He was charged with 7 runs last inning, and he's still out there. He did pitch in the big leagues last year 3 times for San Diego as a reliever. He's had a total of 40 big league appearances over his career, including some with Baltimore. There's a swing and a bouncing ball to second base. Sliding to his left to make the pickup is Solak. Gets up and throws him out. And there is one away.
First baseman, number 20, Ezekiel Duran.
Now here's Duran as Haggerty retired for the first time today. He had walked, tripled, and singled. He's probably done for the day. And now Zeke, who has singled, doubled, and homered, just as Nimmo has. And the pitch is high for a ball. Zeke with 4 RBIs today, giving him a total of 9 for the spring. Langford with his 2 RBIs today leads the club with 12. And that pitch misses 1-1. The RBI leader in the major leagues coming into the day, Tyler Soderstrom of the Athletics, had 13. There's a swing and a foul back by Duran. And the Rangers coming into play today had outscored their opponents by 21 runs on the way to a 12-8 record. They were averaging 5.7 runs a game, and on average is going to jump significantly today. The 1-2 pitch on the way. There's a swing and a foul ball back. And Duran just barely stays alive at the plate, reached out and got a piece of that. You know, Jared mentioned the live BP session earlier today, in which Higashioka both caught and batted. Some of the good news from that is Josh Young was one of the participants. He's expected to play in camp games tomorrow and in a Cactus League game Monday against the White Sox here. There's a swing and a foul off to the right, out of play. Jordan Beeks, who just joined the Rangers yesterday, threw 22 pitches in that live batting practice session. The pitch is high. And Cody Bradford, who will begin the year on the injured list, threw 21 pitches. So some big doings over there in the live batting practice session. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and a high fly ball to short right field. It is Schnell coming on to grab it. There are 2 outs. Rangers leading 18-2. Were you on hand in the backfields for that BP session? Were you peeking in on that?
I was there. What's not shown in the report, I got some hacks myself.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you draw any walks? Were there?
Thankfully, those guys had better command and control. No, I obviously was not in the box, but I did watch. It was nice seeing Cody Bradford on the mound.
Here is McIver. He takes outside. McIver has grounded out, walked, and had a sac bunt.
Sorry, Eric, and getting our first up-close look at Jalen Beeks. And for me, the first time I got to see Carter Baumler throw.
There's a swing and a fly ball by McIver to deep right center, but playable. To his left is Johnson, and he's got it. 1-2-3. If I remember right, and I might be making this up, Jalen Beeks made his major league debut against the Rangers at Fenway Park several years ago for the Red Sox. We'll have to look that up, but I believe that's the case. We're going to the 5th inning. The Rangers lead the Padres 18-2 on the Trajan Wealth Rangers Radio Network.
It's the first day of the first grade, and she found a new best friend. It's a laid-back Sunday afternoon, you wish would never end. The homemade taste of Bluebell and good friends gathered round. The good old days are being made right now.
Like our original gold-rimmed Bluebell homemade vanilla, the country's gold standard of ice cream flavors since 1969. Its hand-cranked taste takes you back to simpler times. That's why we put the word home right on the carton.
The good old days are being made right now. The good old days are being made right now.
Hey kids, it's time to step up to the plate and join the Junior Rangers. You'll get your very own kit sponsored by Golden Chick. It includes a Rangers baseball cap, backpack, youth jersey, stainless steel water bottle, and a fan chain with bling badge. Junior Rangers also receive 4 digital ticket vouchers to select Ranger home games. Don't forget to bring your fan chain and badge to get 15% off discount in the team store and front of the line access to the Kids Run the Bases at Sunday home games. Sign up now at rangers.com/Junior Rangers and be part of the club.
All Texas today, 18-2, going to the 5th inning. Nick Prado has entered the game at first base, and Theo Hardy is the new second baseman for the Rangers. Brandon Nimmo still in right field. Willie McIver still catching, and Nathan Eovaldi still on the mound. He's thrown 54 pitches, and he'll face the top of the order for the 3rd time with an 18-2 lead. The leadoff batter, Bryce Johnson, has a single and a double, and the left-handed batter takes inside ball 1. Ty France on deck and Nick Schnell to follow. Here's the 1-0 delivery, slow curve, and that misses. 2-0, and Eovaldi very upset with himself there. He snap catches the throw back to the mound by McIver, and you could tell from his body language and his facial expression that he was quite miffed by misfiring that pitch.
And he comes back with a fastball swung on and missed. And the count at 2 balls and 1 strike on Bryce Johnson. A fastball there at 95. Eovaldi appears to be calling his own game on that pitch comm device. 2-1 pitch swung on and missed. And the count is 2-2. When a pitcher's looking to work on different things, he's more likely to call some of the pitches himself. This time he doesn't. And here's the 2-2, and there's a swing and a foul ball back. Opening day just 12 days away. Rangers and the Reds in what will be Game 7 of the season for Texas. Rangers opening with 3 in Baltimore. Following the 3 they play in Philadelphia. So a 6-game road trip to start. The 2-2 delivery, that's high. Eovaldi again upset with himself. And the count has gone full. Eovaldi kicks some dirt across the rubber from the third base side to the first base side. And now delivers the payoff pitch. Swung on and skied into left field. To his left, Aaron Zavala. He's called off by the center fielder, Kling. And Kling puts it away, 1 away. Hey, if you're a nonprofit, a city or a school with a baseball or a softball program, you're eligible for a Ranger grant. The program designed to provide financial support for programs that need support for their baseball and softball programs. Funding can support capital projects, equipment, program expenses, uniforms. Grant applications accepted through June the 30th, and the recipients will be notified and recognized in late summer. Applications are available at rangers.com/grants, so take advantage of this opportunity. Ty France fouls one away, 0-1. France has grounded out, and he has struck out today. And he's always been a guy very difficult to strike out. In the Rangers' other game today, they're leading Cincinnati 2-1 after 5 innings over at Goodyear Ballpark. Former Ranger Jose Trevino with a home run for Cincinnati off Austin Gomber. That pitch is high, 1-1. Gomber went 4 1/3. He allowed 1 run on 3 hits. Relieved by Tyler Alexander. Here's the 1-1, and that's a breaking ball, low and outside. No Ranger has more than 1 hit in that game. The Rangers have 4 hits and 6 walks, but they lead Cincinnati 2-1. 2 balls and a strike. And a swing and a foul down the right field line. Long run for Nimmo. There's tons of foul room here. And that one drops untouched on the warning track in the corner, as Nimmo just couldn't quite get there, and the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Now, Goodyear Ballpark is the site of the Rangers' single-game spring training record for most runs of 25.
They're at 18 right now, an 18-2 lead, and that's fouled away to the right.
That was the game that I mentioned earlier that Hicksy and I called. That was a game that was certainly drunk on bizarreness.
We have a no-hitter alert. The A's are no-hitting the Royals through 5 innings. Jacob Lopez, 4 no-hit innings for the A's. That pitch is down low, 3-2. He's been relieved, so it's become a bullpen game, and now we don't care anymore. Payoff pitch, a swing and a 2-hopper to third. Charged by Velasquez, pats it in the mitt, and fires to first for the out. 2 outs, and Eovaldi retired his final 9 batters in his last start. Has set down 6 in a row here, working with an 18-2 lead in the top of the 5th. And now he will deal with Nick Schnell, who has struck out and grounded it.
All right, in a hypothetical world where a single pitcher threw a no-hitter in a spring training game, to what degree would you care about that?
I would care. There's a swing and a miss. It is 0-1.
In the binary world of do you care or not, that is a...
I would care if any pitcher threw a complete game in a spring training game. I'd like to see how many pitches he was able to get that done with. 0-1. Fouled off. I'd like to know the last time that happened. I'm sure it's happened at some point, but back in the day when pitchers would go 9 at the end of spring training, back in the 50s or 60s perhaps, I bet somebody threw a no-hitter in spring training.
It's a 9-inning complete game no-hitter, not one of these abbreviated versions.
Here's a swing and a towering fly ball to right field. Nimmo breaks in, now goes back out to his original spot. And he puts the squeeze on it to retire the side. So 7 in a row retired now by Evaldi. And we're going to the bottom of the 5th. Rangers leading the Padres 18-2 on the Trajan Wealth Rangers Radio Network.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Presented by Robinhood.
It crosses, spins, pulls up.
With Robinhood Prediction Markets, buy or sell your predictions all game long. No house odds, just you versus the market. Put your sports IQ to work. Trade every shot, block, steal, run, and moment that shifts the game. With Robinhood Prediction Markets, trade every play. Visit Robinhood.com/predict to start trading. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Brandon Nimmo will lead off the bottom of the 5th. Rangers lead 18-2. Nimmo has walked, singled, doubled, and homered. He's driven in 3 runs. He has scored 4 runs, and he needs a triple for a cycle here. And he is going to lead off the bottom of the 5th inning against Gillespie. And the pitch is swung on and belted. Deep right center field. That is way back, and that one is history. Well up on the berm. It's a better game than a cycle. It's a single, a double, and 2 home runs for Brandon Nimmo today. And a walk. And it's 19-2 Texas. Well, he may have been trying for a triple, but he didn't know his own strength. And here is Wyatt Langford. No, this is Kling in what was Langford's spot. Langford had 2 singles, a homer, and a walk. And this is Kling, and he takes a strike. And this is Kling's first Cactus League at bat. And the pitch is high, 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, I did a little dive into the history of the spring training no-hitter. And I found a 9-inning spring training no-hitter.
One pitcher?
Is fouled back. 1 pitcher. In 1948.
I was gonna try guess the year.
Murray Dixon of the Cardinals, a guy who won 172 games in his big league career, pitched a no-hitter for the Cardinals. Huh. How about that? Murray was a right-hander. He went 5'10", 157 pounds. We've had a challenge here, and the ball call was confirmed here.
He, according to Wikipedia, was the Game 7 starter in the 46 World Series for the Cardinals against the Red Sox.
Wow. 2-2 pitch in the dirt, 3-2.
Cardinals obviously won. As you know, the Red Sox went a long time without winning.
That was the year, I think, when Enos Slaughter scored from first, and Johnny Pesky either did or didn't hold the ball too long before throwing to the plate, depending on who you listen to. 3-2 pitch is ripped to center, a line drive base hit for Kling. He's a 1,000 hitter in the Cactus League. And the hits just keep on coming for the Rangers now. 19 runs on 18 hits. 2 runs on 6 hits for the Padres. Here's Kleber Rodriguez in Corey Seager's spot. Seager was 1 for 3 with a homer and a walk and 2 runs scored. It has been an embarrassment of riches for the Rangers to commemorate our new title sponsor, Trajan Wealth.
They can invest some of these runs.
It has been a treasure chest of runs for the Rangers today. In the meantime, we have the home plate umpire Charlie Ramos being approached by the acting manager Randy Knorr. This may have something to do with who's actually on the field, as Knorr has brought out his lineup card. And there could be some question about who's batting where or why. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. Oh, there's some problem with the pitcher's shoe. They've brought out a trainer to take a look at Gillespie, who is taking off his left shoe. He wears bright yellow shoes, perfectly accessorized with his yellow cap and trim on the uniform. And now he's taking off both shoes. So I believe he's decided to pitch barefoot for the rest of the game. And while we're on this subject, what do you think of these Padres uniforms? What's your feeling about the brown and yellow and the sand-colored pants, which are their regular season road pants?
Yeah, I think we've talked about this before, and I either don't align with you or Matt, or maybe both of you. We just don't ever see brown uniforms, so I like it. I like it because it's not something you see. I think
it's unique. Certainly unique.
I would not argue that this is the most aesthetically pleasing color combo by any means, but I do appreciate that it's not just your standard combo of colors. So for that reason, I give it a thumbs up.
See, and I think there's a reason that you don't see brown uniforms, and that is they're ugly.
What does it remind you of when you look at brown uniforms?
Oh, it reminds me of the Brown University Bears, my alma mater, who had extremely ugly uniforms in just about every sport. They actually had some nice hockey uniforms when they were on the road. They had white uniforms with brown and red trim, and I actually liked those quite a bit. But other than that, I can't say I was a fan of their outfits.
What's your favorite thing that's brown?
Chocolate.
That's a good answer. I was going to go with the hard shell chocolate on top of some ice cream.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, maybe it would be chocolate ice cream if it had to be specific. Now, Rodriguez rifles one down the left field line. That's deep, but it's foul. And it's 0-1 on Kleber Rodriguez. He's gone 2 for 9 for the spring. 19-2, the Rangers are leading in the bottom of the fifth inning here. And the wind has picked up again, blowing out towards center field. But again, I don't know that you could say any of these Ranger home runs are wind-blown homers. They've hit 6 of them. There's a swing and a fly ball to center by Rodriguez. This is playable. And the catch is made. 2 outs. The Padres have made some changes. We're not necessarily concerned about those, to tell you the truth.
I'll give you one. Ethan Salas, one of the top prospects in baseball, is now behind the plate.
Okay. How are we spelling that? S-A-L-A-S?
Yep, salad with an S instead of it.
Like Mark Salas is the former Twins catcher who used to own Charlie Huff. There's a swing and a line drive to right, a base hit for Richie Martin in his first at bat. Kling stops at second base.
Was that allowed? Did you own a player?
Third baseman, number 18, Andrew Velasquez.
Who's your favorite Salas? Mark? Ethan?
I was a big fan of Mark Salas. Anybody who could hit Charlie Huff, I thought, must be really good. 19 runs, 19 hits now for Texas. 2 runs, 6 hits for the Padres. Here's Andrew Velasquez, his first plate appearance of this game, and he swings and misses. He's gone 3 for 24 for the spring. Andrew, a really nice young man from the Bronx. He grew up a big Yankees fan and got to play for them for a year. It was the thrill of his baseball career, he told me. 0-1, and that's high. 1 ball and 1 strike. I believe Aaron Zavala would be next. 1 out in the inning, 2 on. And the pitch is fouled off. 1 run home in the inning on the Nimmo home run. Nimmo has hit 2 home runs today. Seager hit 1. Smith hit a grand slam. Duran hit one. The 1-2 delivery. And that's looped in the air down the left field line. It is playable and reaching to make the catch. The left fielder. There are 2 outs. 2 men on. And it will be Aaron Zavala. Zavala's had a great camp. 11 for 24 with 2 homers and 7 RBIs. That's a .458 spring average for Zavala. He took over for Evan Carter today after Carter went 0 for 4. Did score a run after reaching on a fielder's choice. Pitch, line drive, left field, base hit. Corey Ragsdale will hold the runner Kling at third base as the Rangers have their 20th hit of the ball game. We're playing in the 5th inning. Let's do the math here. That's 4 hits per inning.
I mean, it's just crazy to me that through the first 3 innings, the Rangers almost got through the order 4 complete times. That pace is obviously slowed down just a bit.
Working on getting through the 5th time, and we're in the 5th inning. And that pitch is off the plate outside to Theo Hardy. Left-handed hitting infielder. He's gone 0 for 1 in the spring. Here's the pitch. Fouled back. Nick Pratto would be next. 2 outs, and the base is loaded again. And the pitch, outside and low. Well, among the home run hitters today was Ezekiel Duran. Duran, who had not hit a home run since late in the 24 season, either in spring training or the regular season, now has hit 2 this spring, all this week. There's a swing and a foul ball back. He has really come on of late to try and nail down that utility job over Tyler Wade and some others. Wade has hit .500 for the spring, 11 for 22, and is a very accomplished outfielder as well as infielder. 2-2 pitch, that just missed. And the count has gone full. No place to put him. 9 walks have been drawn already by the Rangers today after 11 yesterday. Gillespie tucks the brown glove against his left hip. Now comes set. And the payoff pitch. Low, ball 4. It is 20-2 Texas. And that is the 10th walk drawn by Ranger batters today. Let's pause for station identification. We're back in 10 on the Rangers Radio Network.
Your home of Texas Rangers baseball. KRLD-FM and HD1 Dallas-Fort Worth. We are 105.3 The Fan.
Nick Pratto will be the batter, and it looks like we're going to have a pitching change. You know, on a split squad day like today, who knows how many pitchers the Padres have actually brought here. I don't believe I've ever seen a position player pitch in a spring training game, but that would be something a little bit different worth seeing. Oh, they're going to stick with him. They are not making a change. They do have action in the bullpen, but they are sticking with him. He's thrown 66 pitches.
I mean, how could you pull him? I've heard it takes at least 6 batters for new shoes to kick in. I think they got to see this through.
Yeah, he's got the white shoes on now, replacing the yellow shoes. Here's Pratto, former Kansas City Royals first baseman, 2 for 14 for the spring, left-handed hitter. And the pitch is swung on and sliced foul down the left field line past the tarpaulin. It is 0-1. We had a mix of clouds and sunshine when we started, but it is now turned into an almost total overcast. There are some patches of light blue sky, but for the most part, it is a now cloudy day. 0-1. A swing and a line shot down the right field line, hooking foul. And just as I say that, the sun pokes through, and we see shadows being cast all over the field again. 0-2 the count, bases loaded, 2 outs. Prado, the big lefty, takes, and that just missed. Salas, the catcher, trying to frame that one for home plate umpire Charlie Ramos. Charlie's seen a lot of pitches today. And the pitch is a swing and a foul ball back. Well, Marco Gonzalez threw 67 pitches today. His first replacement, Edmondson, threw 12, and Gillespie threw 69. So that's about 150 pitches we've seen from the Padres in 5 innings. The 1-2 delivery and a bouncer foul past Jankowski on the right side, down the line. Rangers try to win their 5th game in a row, but remember, they are playing another game, and that one is far ahead of this one. Started at the same time. They're in the top of the 7th, with the Rangers leading 3-1 over the Reds. 1-2 pitch, fouled back. We mentioned Gomber started that game, relieved by Tyler Alexander, who's gone an inning and 2/3 scoreless. No home runs for the Rangers. Jose Trevino with a home run for Cincinnati. Jose hitting .320 for the spring. And the pitch, a check swing, and the pitch is low. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs, and the base is loaded. Well, the Birds are moving in. They usually come in around the 8th inning, ready to pick up the refuse when people leave. Sorry, we're only in the 5th. There's a swing and a foul off to the left. You guys might want to head over to Goodyear, see what you can pick up over there.
I wonder how long it would take one of these birds to fly over to Goodyear.
Fly to Goodyear?
They can come back in time to collect after this game.
We can drive there in about 20 minutes usually. The 2-2 again. Ball 3 to Prado. And the runners will take off with the pitch. The Rangers have scored 2 in the inning to go along with 4 in the first, 1 in the second, 13 in the third, and somehow 0 in the fourth. They went in order in the fourth. Now the payoff pitch. Right down the middle, strike 3. And that ends the inning, but the Rangers score a couple. And they did it on 4 hits, including Nimmo's second home run of the day. They left him loaded. And after 5 innings, it's the Rangers 20, the Padres 2 on the Trajan Wealth Rangers Radio Network.
An AL West clash is coming April 6th through the 8th when the Rangers host the defending division champion Seattle Mariners. The 3-game series features great giveaways and the year's first dollar dogs. Big rivalry calls for big energy. Tickets at Rangers.com.
Oh, it's popping at Tropical Smoothie Cafe with the new Tropi Boba Bowls with juicy poppin' boba, available now for a limited time only. Take your pick from an acai base topped with mango-flavored Tropi Boba or strawberry-flavored Tropi Boba. Pop in and try the new Tropi Boba Bowls today at Tropical Smoothie Cafe, the official smoothie of the Texas Rangers.
A happy place comes in many colors. Whatever your color, bring happiness home with CertaPro Painters and make your happy place your home. CertaPro Painters, that's painting happy. During our spring sales event, get 10% off any home painting project, $2,500 or more. When you schedule before May 15th at participating locations, get started today at CertaPro.com. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
Energy Transfer is excited to support the Texas Rangers. As one of the country's largest energy companies, we proudly move oil and gas products through our 120,000 miles of underground pipelines to power our communities and make our lives possible.
We are in the clubhouse, on the field, and more. Nobody covers Rangers baseball like your home of the Rangers. 105.3 The Fan.
Nathan Eovaldi back out for his 6th inning of work. He went 5 innings last time, working into the 6th today. The first pitch he throws is a slow curve in there for a strike. Rangers leading 20-2, a 13-run 3rd inning. The Rangers went through their order 3.5 times through 3 innings. A lot of hits, a lot of walks as the 0-1 to Bowen is fouled back. Bowen, the only Padre to really touch up Eovaldi in a big way with a 2-run homer in the 3rd. That made it 5-2. The Padres were in it back then. Bone with a slightly open stance. 0-2. Swinging a ball, fouled, third base side. Mason Thompson starting to throw in the Rangers bullpen. Well, I think that the goal here is to get Eovaldi throwing some pitches into a sixth inning. I don't know that it's necessarily a priority for him to finish the sixth, depending on how efficient he is. 0-2 is outside. Oh, yeah, I just saw some guy on deck for the Padres whose name I have no clue how to pronounce. The 1-2. Strike three called over the outside corner. Looked like a cutter from Eovaldi. The same pitch that Bowen hit a home run off of, but this one way better location, so one away.
56,
and that brings up Carpathios. Does that sound right?
Well done. It's Greek to me.
Okay. You say it's Greek to me? Let's see if I'm screwing this one up. Carpathios, where are you?
I don't know. That piqued my interest.
First pitch. Well, there's a ball on the scoreboard, but that one is swung on and missed. I'm kind of Parthenon to players from Greece. Swing and a miss on the 1-1 that counts 1-2. The Rangers with an Acropolis worth of hits, 20 to go along with their 20 runs. The 1-2. That's high. Have you ever been to Greece?
I have not. I've been to Italy a few times, but never been to Greece. It's on the list.
I was going to say, you're eligible to play for Team Italy then. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Slow curve. Eovaldi with back-to-back strikeouts to start the top of the sixth, and that's going to be it for Evo. So job well done for the Rangers co-ace along with Jacob deGrom and perhaps likely opening day starter. As Skip Schumacher's going to take the ball. Mason Thompson will come on in the top of the sixth. Rangers leading 20-2. We step aside for this on the Trajan Wealth Rangers Radio Network.
Hi, this is the stomach speaking. It feels like breakfast was months ago. So please address immediately with Quick Trip's new $5 delicious combo. I hear you get 2 roller grill items, a Big Q fountain drink, and a bag of chips for just $5. If current crisis is not addressed, repercussions may result in embarrassment, such as leaving the gas tank open, saying yes to helping your friend move, and agreeing to run for the HOA. Pull into the closest QT and fill up soon, only for a limited time.
Hey Rangers fans, the 2026 MLB season is here, and SeatGeek has your ticket to all the Rangers action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of every home team win. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Rangers games or to any other live event in the greater Dallas area, SeatGeek has your seat. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of your Texas Rangers. Your ticket to the best game of your life. SeatGeek.
At Comerica Bank, we've helped build some of America's most iconic companies. Now, we're bringing that same professional-grade expertise to today's builders. The kitchen table entrepreneurs, the first-time storefronts, and late-night dreamers with big ambitions. Because banking built for success shouldn't just be for big business. It should be for anyone building something that matters. Let's build something together at Comerica.com/succeed. Comerica Bank, a division of Fifth Third Bank N.A. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Mason Thompson on a pitch with 2 outs in the top of the sixth inning. Rangers leading the Padres 20-2. Nathan Eovaldi exits after 5 2/3 innings. A job well done by Evo.
Second baseman number 15, Nick Sola.
He allows 2 runs on 6 hits, 5 strikeouts, no walks. I got him for 81 pitches. What about you?
Yeah, that's what the app has. 81.
You can't imagine that he'll need to push it much more in his perhaps final spring training tune-up. First pitch to Solak from Thompson's inside. Sometimes the guy's last start, they actually dial it back.
Yeah, right. I think that's been the Ranger practice in recent years.
Thompson, the kick. Pitch to Solak. There's a strike. Nick, a former Ranger. You might remember he was the one who hit the ball that Joe Adele kind of Jose Canseco'd at Globe Life Field for a home run years ago. The 1-1 popped up foul ground first base side. I forget if they ever changed it to an error. I remember there was a lot of debate about that. Solak was a second-round pick of the Yankees out of the University of Louisville, where he was college teammates with Will Smith, Dodgers catcher, and then was traded later to the Rangers. The 1-2 pitch, no, misses. After getting traded to the Rays, he then went from the Rays to the Rangers in a deal that sent Pete Fairbanks to Tampa. 2-2. Solak swings and pops one up. Third base side. Velasquez shading the sun in fair territory. Hops away from the line and makes the catch, and that ends the inning. So Thompson retires Solak. The Padres go down in order. And we go to the bottom of the sixth. 20-2 Rangers on the Trajan Wealth Rangers Radio Network.
At Comerica Bank, we've helped build some of America's most iconic companies. Now, we're bringing that same professional-grade expertise to today's builders. The kitchen table entrepreneurs, the first-time storefronts, and late-night dreamers with big ambitions. Because banking built for success shouldn't just be for big business. It should be for anyone building something that matters. Let's build something together at Comerica.com/succeed. Comerica Bank, a division of Fifth Third Bank N.A., member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
You love your land. During Kubota Orange Days, you'll love all the great deals. With versatile compact tractors, professional-grade mowers, and durable utility vehicles, Kubota equipment can help you turn dream projects into reality. Kubota Orange Days is here, and so are the best deals of the year. Now through June 30th, get select compact tractors with 0% financing available or save up to $5,500. Sale ends soon. Go to KubotaOrangeDays.com or stop by your local dealer for more information.
At last, Texas Rangers baseball is back at the ballpark. And you'll want to be there April 3rd, 4th, and 5th when Corey Seager, Wyatt Langford, and the Rangers face off against Ellie De La Cruz and the Cincinnati Reds for a weekend series that counts. Don't miss the joy and fun and energy of the season's first home games. Grab your tickets at Rangers.com. That's right. All for Texas.
Rangers leading 20-2. We go to the bottom of the sixth. New pitcher for the San Diego Padres, number 23, Josh Mallett. 20 runs on 20 hits for the Rangers, 2 runs, 6 hits for the Padres. Willie McIver going to lead off. The Rangers have scored 20 runs in a regular season game 6 times. All 6 have occurred during your tenure, Eric.
Yeah.
The last time a team lost a game in the regular season scoring 20 runs was in 1979 when the Phillies scored 1 run in the top of the 10th inning to beat the Chicago Cubs 23-22. The 1-0 to McIver. Strike called.
Wind was blowing out at Wrigley Field?
I'd imagine. That was on May 17th, 1979. Bob Boone caught for the Phillies in that game. The Rangers are 6-0 when scoring 20 runs in the regular season. We'll go through some of those games.
Well, I remember that game against the Orioles that we talked about where they scored 16 runs in the 8th inning to win 26-7. Obviously, I remember the 30-3 game in Baltimore where they set the Major League record.
1-2, that's low.
I think there was a game against the Yankees. In fact, I believe it was the game where Don Mattingly's home run streak ended at 8 games. I think the Rangers scored 20 in that one, and it ended up with Rick Cerrone, the Yankee catcher, pitching to Bobby Witt, who was batting. And that's not Bobby Witt Jr. That was Bobby Witt, the pitcher. I'm pretty sure we scored 20. It was a Sunday night game on ESPN.
That was the very first time the Rangers ever scored 20 runs. 3-2 to McIver. He takes low, ball 4. Second walk drawn by McIver. Yeah, Gary Ward, a Ranger at one point, was a Yankee, and he hit in front of Mattingly during Mattingly's streak, and he went 0 for 4. Mattingly went 2 for 4, but didn't leave the yard.
Yeah, Jeff Russell got him out the last time Mattingly was up. Jose Guzman had started that game, as I recall, and Russell finished it.
Greg Harris started that game.
Oh, Greg Harris did? Oh, yeah, Guzman gave up the home run the night before that tied the Major League record, 8 straight games with a homer for Mattingly.
Yep. So that was the very first time the Rangers scored 20, and they scored an even 20. And then they didn't do it again until that 1996 game when they scored 26. I remember that game for a different reason. As Hauver swings and belts one to right center. This one is going to leave the yard. That one's out of here. Onto the berm in right center field. Trevor Hauver with a 2-run home run. And the Rangers lead 22-2. Last spring, Hauver turned heads with a great camp. And someone who can really swing it and shows it off there. Hit that one 105 off the bat. No doubter. So that brings up Paxton Kling. First pitch misses. So I remember that 26-7 game because I was supposed to go to the game the next day. And I was worried. I was 6 years old at the time. Kling rips one left side past the dive of the shortstop in the left field to base it. I'm 6 years old. I don't really know how the world works. I think you could make a strong case at 36 years old. I still don't know how the world works. But I was upset. I thought the Rangers literally wasted all their runs, and I was going to go to the game the next day, and I didn't know that the Rangers had any runs in them. I do remember that Brady Anderson was in the middle of that ridiculous season in which he had 50-plus homers and had a bunch of leadoff homers. As that one is looped in the air to left field, caught. That one swung by Keber Rodriguez, so we've got an out here in the bottom of the 6th, 22-2.
Yeah, Brady had home runs to lead off every game in that series.
Yep, and he led off the game with a home run, but the Rangers in the first inning got a 3-run home run by Will Clark and would go on to win 8-3. So I was able to enjoy a nice Rangers win with some runs scored. And then it was the next game of the series on the Sunday in which Dean Palmer hit a grand slam because I got invited to go to that game too. It was the first time I'd ever gone to back-to-back games. Martin strokes one to left, but that one hangs up and is caught by the Padres left fielder, Smith. And we've got 2 outs. All right, so the third time the Rangers put up 20 was in 1998 against the White Sox. Any recollection of a 20-4 Rangers win over the White Sox?
Where was it?
It was in Arlington.
No.
Juan Gonzalez hit his first home run of the season. As a matter of fact, the Rangers had first home runs of the season from a handful of players because that was opening day. Oh, excuse me, the second game of the season.
What year?
1998. The Rangers lost the opener to the White Sox 9-2 and then won 20-4. They had home runs from Juan, Pudge, Mike Sims, Lee Stevens, and Kevin Elster.
I have no recollection.
Roger Pavlik got a 4-inning save. Velasquez in the box, and the 1-1 pitch misses. 22-2, the Rangers are leading. That's why we're kind of going off course. Then the Rangers' next 21 contest was their 30-3 win over Baltimore. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Now, the Rangers scored 20 last year against the Angels. You remember that one?
I don't think I did that game.
Okay. Jack Kahanowitz pitched and really struggled. It was actually tough to watch. The Rangers won that game 20-3. And it was the first time since 2011 that the Rangers scored 20. Velasquez hits one on the ground to first. The Fister gloved and taken to the bag to end the inning. 6th in the books, 22-2. We'll see if Eric remembers the Rangers' 20-run performance in 2011 when we come back. We go to the 7th, 22-2 Rangers on the Trajan Wealth Rangers Radio Network.
Ever wondered what it takes to move all the gear to support 75 players, a dozen trainers, and a Palomino to Surprise, Arizona? PGL, Rangers captain, and all your Texas Rangers know that it's a big job, and PGL is proud to be the official team logistics partner.
Visit shippgl.com/Rangers or call 833-SHIP-PGL to talk with one of our experts to take care of your business. From Surprise to Singapore and everywhere in between, we'll get you in the game.
Puka, Bella, I'm sure you've noticed some changes.
Who are you talking to?
I'm just practicing for when I have to tell the dogs about the twins, because they'll...
Be fine in the spacious third row seat.
But the twins...
Can sleep peacefully thanks to the rear manual sunshade.
And what about the...
Extra cargo space for strollers and dog beds?
I guess you're right.
Can we go to the hospital now? The contractions are getting closer.
The 3-row Lexus TX. Because everyone should feel like the center of the universe. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
There's a big deal going on at Whataburger. Our new Big Ranch Wrap is just $3 with a crispy chicken strip, buttermilk ranch, cheese, and fresh veggies in a warm tortilla. Or for $4, go bigger with 5 premium Whata chicken bites. Or go bigger than big with a Bacon Cheese Whataburger Jr. with fresh 100% beef and melty cheese for just $5. Add fries and a drink for just $2.49. Now that's a big deal. The Whata Deal, now at What a Burger. For a limited time at participating locations. Download the app.
Jacob Judas pitching for the Rangers. They lead 22-2. They have scored in 5 of their 6 innings of the plate. The only inning which they didn't score, the 4th. 4 in the first, 1 in the second, 13 in the third, 2 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th. And Jacob Judas on in relief. Second big league camper to pitch for the Rangers. The Rangers got one out from Mason Thompson after Nathan Eovaldi went 5 2/3 innings. So here's Junis, and the first pitch he throws is a bender that slants just off the plate, ball 1. All right, so the Rangers scored 20 runs in 2011 against the Twins, 20-6. Any recollection of that one?
No.
Derek Holland started against Nick Blackburn. 1-1, bounced to second. Sidearm throw to first, and we've got one away. That was a really interesting throw by Paxton Theo Hardy, the second baseman. He really went underground there almost, and kind of went out of his way to do it with the throw, Chad Bradford style. So here's Acuna, no relation to Ronald or Luis Angel, to our knowledge. Trying to see if there's anything. Arthur Rhodes pitched for the Rangers in that game. And the Rangers only hit 2 home runs, Ian Kinsler and Michael Young. Ian was the DH that game because Michael Young started at second. And then Omar Quintanilla came on off the bench. 1-2. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Junis gets Acuna on the breaking ball. 2 outs in the top of the 7th. 22-2. The Rangers are leading.
Jared, you mentioned Team Italy, and they're playing right now against Puerto Rico in the top of the 8th inning. Italy, the home team, had an 8-2 lead, but Puerto Rico has scored 4 times in the 8th, and they're still batting, with Italy leading 8-6, and now they've retired the side, so they're going to the bottom of the 8th.
First pitch, Junis, fastball, swung on and missed.
8-6 Italy. If Italy wins, they make it into the semifinals against the winner of the Japan-Venezuela game to be played tonight.
0-1. Fister hits softly towards the middle. Glove by Rodriguez. Throws to first, inning over. So a clean 1-2-3 inning for Jacob Junis. It's stretch time here in Surprise. 22-2. The Rangers are leading on the Trajan Wealth Rangers Radio Network.
Hall of Fame linebacker Mike Singletary is always cool under pressure.
Not always. Last summer, our AC went out and our house was hot. One of my cool friends recommended Baker Brothers at callbakernow.com. They came out, diagnosed the problem, and told us what they needed to do to fix it. They were professionals and did exactly what they said they were going to do. Wow.
If you need your AC repaired or replaced, go to callbakernow.com. Great service.
It's come down to this moment. Bottom of the ninth and 2 outs. The Rangers need a run.
The toughest moments call for strong support.
Pitcher quickly checks first base. And the pitch.
That's why people trust Globe Life.
Deep to right field. Back. It's out of here.
That's why millions of people trust Globe Life to help protect what matters most.
That's a big win for the Rangers.
Globe Life. Make tomorrow better.
Luxor Staffing, official staffing partner of the Texas Rangers, has hundreds of open positions in warehouse distribution, manufacturing, and more. Come work with some of DFW's best employers. Great pay, excellent benefits, multiple shifts, and endless opportunities for promotion. Luxor has 10 convenient locations in DFW ready to find a perfect job for you. All Luxor offices have experienced bilingual professionals ready to help you now. Visit us online today at luxorstaffing.com and find the office closest to you. Apply today and work tomorrow for Luxor Staffing, DFW's premier staffing agency.
Well, we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's 22-2. The Rangers are leading. The starters for the Rangers filled up the box score quite nicely. We are past that stage of the game. On the mound for the Padres right now, it appears to be Brian Salazar. And if you're scoring at home, which, by the way, if you're scoring at home, we might need to have a talk. It's spelled B-R-A-I-A-N. Brian, a lefty. Aaron Zavala, the batter. First pitch misses down or away. All right, so Brandon Nimmo led off for the Rangers. He went 4 for 4 with 2 homers, a double, and a walk. Drove in 4. Wyatt Langford went 3 for 3 with a homer, a couple of singles, and a walk. 2 RBIs. Corey Seager went 1 for 3 with a walk and a homer. Andrew McCutchen 3 for 3 with 3 singles and a walk. Outside, 3-0 to Zavala. Josh Smith went 1 for 1 with a grand slam and 3 walks. Evan Carter went 0 for 4. Sam Haggerty 2 for 3 with a triple and an RBI. 3-0. Inside ball 4. Aaron Zavala draws a walk. Ezekiel Duran 3 for 4 with a double and a homer. 4 RBIs. And then Willie McIver went 0 for 2, but he had a couple of walks and a sac bunt.
That's the 12th walk the Rangers have drawn today, surpassing the 11 they had yesterday against the Rockies.
And I know it's not against a major league team, but against Brazil, they drew 17. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
First pitch to Hardy, misses inside. And Brandon Nimmo is currently down the right field line signing for fans. That's pretty cool. We're in the middle of the game, but there's a portion of foul territory down the right field line that's pretty spacious, and there's a security guard standing near Nimmo, presumably there to alert him if a ball comes their way. Salazar's pitch. Hardy takes low in the count 3-0. So Salazar walks Zavala on 4 pitches. He's thrown 3 straight that have missed the zone to Hardy. Inside ball 4. 8 pitches, 8 balls, 2 runners for the Rangers, nobody out. 13 walks drawn by Texas.
And they've only struck out twice. I'm trying to find them. Seager struck out, and Prado struck out.
And Prado is batting right now. At one point, Nick Prado was a big-time prospect for the Royals. And if you talked to people with the Royals years ago and looked at their first base organizational depth chart, there'd be some who would say, hey, I actually like this Prado guy over Vinny Pasquantino. But unfortunately, while it's worked out nicely for Pasquantino, it hasn't for Prado in that way. 0-1. Takes a strike. But a lot of Royals people really speak highly of Prado, and well, they would tell you they probably knew it was time to maybe go their separate ways. They were sad to see Nick Prado go. 0-2. Swinging a soft liner, leaping grab by the second baseman for the Padres.
It's Castañon, the second baseman.
In there for Nick Solak. That was a gravity-defying play for the first out. Here's Cooper Johnson. Rangers leading by 20. 3-possession game, though. First pitch to Johnson in there for a strike. No, it's really not until it's a 4-possession game when you can really get comfortable.
They got the prevent defense on?
Yeah, 0-1. Swinging a foul back. Count 0-2 to Johnson. Trevor Hauver's on deck. He has one of the Rangers' 14 home runs today. Just kidding. It's not 14.
It's 7, I believe.
A touchdown and extra points worth. 13 runs in the third inning for Texas. 0-2. That one's low, and it skips beyond the grasp of the catcher, Salas. After hitting his chest protector, the wild pitch allows runners to advance. So with runners at second and third and 1 out, Johnson still in there with a count 1-2. And remember, the Rangers' spring training single game record is 25 runs, at least since 2006 when these stats were kept. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Johnson chases a breaking ball in the dirt. Because the Rangers are the home team, they only have 4 more outs to play with, you would imagine. You would hope.
Well, this spot in the Ranger order, Nimmo and Hauver, 5 out of 5 and a walk. 3 homers, a double, and a single.
I'd say that's pretty good. Hauver swings first pitch on the fist, slicing fly ball left center field, but a play for the center fielder for the Padres. That is Wells, and he makes the play to end the inning. So no runs to the Rangers. We go to the 8th, 22-2 on the Trajan Wealth Rangers Radio Network.
Hi. Sorry, did I startle you? When you're used to hearing a certain type of commercial, something like this can, well, take you by surprise. That's kind of how it is with the Lexus RX, a vehicle that has continued to defy expectations for over 25 years. From the first luxury vehicle of its kind, to the first hybrid luxury vehicle, to the only plug-in hybrid worthy of the RX name. We understand you want more than the everyday SUV. And isn't being understood an amazing feeling? Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Gather around, Ranger fans, for the Golden Chick Dot Race. Make your picks, red, blue, or green. And they're off. Red quickly pulls ahead with blue and green coming up fast as they round the turn. My stomach reminds me that dinner is also just around the corner. I'm hungry for some crispy, delicious fried chicken. Juicy and tender Golden Chick is a winner in my book. And who wins the Golden Chick Dot Race? It's a photo finish with green taking the checkered flag by a nose.
When you open a Corona, you hear the sounds of wherever you are a little differently. A little more Corona. And you think to yourself, why am I just listening? Corona, La Playa awaits. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Wake up to the latest Rangers news, highlights, and opinions with Sean and RJ. Morning 6 to 10 on your home of Rangers baseball. 105.3 The Fan.
22-2, the Rangers leading the Padres. We go to the 8th. High leverage reliever time. Josh Sborz on the pitch. And here to take you on home, it's Eric.
All right. Thanks very much, Jared. All eyes on the radar gun when Sborz is pitching. Rangers would like to see his velo get back up into the 96-mile-an-hour range. And the pitch is fouled off to the left and out of play. Wells the batter. And the Rangers leading 22-2 with 22 hits, 7 home runs, and 13 walks. To the Padres, 2 runs on 6 hits. Sborz throws a fastball at 93.6. That is high. It is off the mitt of the catcher, Cooper Johnson, into the screen. 1 ball and 1 strike. Sborz breaking pitches have looked good, but his fastball just has not been up to its usual velocity, nor has his command with it been great. There's a breaking ball that slides off the inside corner for a ball. It is 2 balls and a strike. Sborz, of course, has a very good slider and curve. Works always from the stretch. Bend at the knees, then straightens to the set and to the plate, and he misses with another curveball inside and low. And the count is 3 balls and 1 strike. Sborz has made 5 appearances. He's given up just 2 runs in 5 innings. He's walked 2 and struck out 3. That's a .360 earned run average. 3 balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Looped in the air, short left field. It's a base hit. That came off a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Now, Sborz told us about a week ago he still wasn't throwing with maximum effort. And he thought that would happen later on in the spring. But he's in a situation now bidding to make the ball club where he probably needs it to happen sooner rather than later. Nice job by Jacob Junis today. He retired the side in order in his 1-inning work. And Sborz pitching there for a strike. Junis now has given up 2 runs in 4 2/3 this spring. Sanabria is the batter, and the pitch is a breaking ball low. 1 ball and 1 strike. The sun back out here, and the overcast has broken up, and we have largely blue skies at the moment. One ball, 1 strike. The pitch. A swing and a high foul off to the left. And the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Sborz following Eovaldi, Thompson, and Junis today. The Padres have gone with Gonzalez, Edmondson, Gillespie, Mallitz, and Salazar, and they've got action in their bullpen now. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Check swing on a ball in the dirt. Swing and a miss. He went around. The ball scoots away from Johnson and down to second base on a wild pitch goes Wells. But Sanabria has struck out on a bouncing curveball. And there's 1 away. The batter will be Murphy. This is his first plate appearance. Jace Bowen on deck, the designated hitter, the only position player for either team who's gone all the way today. And there's a swing and a high foul off to the left, twisting out of play, 0-1. Tomorrow we're back on the air at 3 o'clock Texas time from Camelback Ranch in Glendale, Rangers and the Dodgers. Trey Shupak to pitch for the Rangers. And River Ryan to go for the Dodgers. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed. Curve looking good from Josh Sborz. Then we have a night game for you Monday at 7 o'clock Texas time against the White Sox. And time called at the plate now by Murphy. Texas scored 4 runs in the first inning, and they only got 1 hit in that inning, but drew the first 5 of their 13 walks today. 0-2, and a ground ball rolled out to second base. Scooped up there by Hardy, short toss to first for the second out. Advancing to third base as Wells. The curveball again producing an out for Sborz. And that'll bring up the DH Jace Bowen, who hit a home run in the 3rd inning off of Eovaldi and has struck out twice.
You know, guys coming back from shoulder surgery, or in Sborz' case, a couple arm surgeries, plural. Well, it doesn't come back right away, and you hope that he continues to add some velo, but sometimes guys have to redefine themselves, and I wonder if that's something that Josh might try and do while he waits for the velocity.
Yeah, become more of a breaking ball pitcher. There's a slider for a strike, 0-1. Righty to Bowen with a runner at third. Spores delivers, swing and a miss on another slider. He's now not throwing the fastball at all. He's gone curveball and slider in his last half dozen pitches. Season tickets are on sale now. Learn more at Rangers.com/season tickets. Get all the benefits, the pre-sales, the seat guarantees, food and beverage discounts. The pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out with a slider. Who needs a fastball? No runs on a hit, and one man left after 7.5. It's the Rangers 22 and the Padres 2 on the Trajan Wealth Rangers Radio Network.
Just because the Texas Rangers are in action doesn't mean you have to sit in the dugout. At Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, you can bring your A game to our array of thrilling table games. Experience edge-of-your-seat excitement at over 7,000 slot machines. Or grab an ice-cold beer at one of our sports bars the next time the Rangers suit up. Get your game on at Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, official partner of the Texas Rangers.
As the original American single malt from Texas, Balcones Distilling has been leading the recently ratified American single malt movement from the beginning, right from the heart of Texas. Whether using high-quality Texas grains, collaborating with the uncompromising climate, or adapting to let local flavors flourish, Balcones intentionally crafts every bottle of award-winning whiskey to deliver a true taste of this great state. Balcones, the official Texas whiskey of your Texas Rangers. Must be 21 or older. Please drink responsibly.
The Rangers' first divisional showdown comes to the ballpark Monday, April 6th, and it's a good one. Cal Raleigh and the defending AL West champion Seattle Mariners square off against your Rangers for 3 games. The series also lets you snag the season's first wearable, the second bobblehead, and dollar hot dogs. Be here when the battle for the West begins. Tickets at Rangers.com. All for Texas.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Texas Rangers and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Rangers Baseball, LLC. To the bottom of the 8th we go. Rangers 22, Padres 2. Padres bring a new right-hander to the mound, Garrett Hawkins, his 7th appearance of the spring. He's given up 3 runs in 5 1/3 innings. He's walked 2, struck out 6. Paxton Kling is the first batter, 2 for 2 singles, and he swings and misses, nothing in 1. So Kling in his first 2 Cactus League at bats has delivered hits. 6,301 the official attendance today, and the pitch is high, and a largely Ranger partisan crowd has enjoyed this one. We don't see too many brown Padres shirts in the crowd. They're over in Peoria at their other game. The pitch is in there for a strike. Speaking of the other games, we'll find it somewhere. Cincinnati 4, Rangers 3. Top of the 9th in Goodyear as the Reds have rallied from a 3-1 deficit.
Yeah, Michael Tolia hit a 2-run home run.
Is the pitch outside former Rocky?
I think, and I could be wrong, I think Michael Tolia was the Rocky who hit the line drive off of John Gray in spring training.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Knocked John out for several months.
And Tyler Alexander, who went 3 1/3, allowed the 3 runs that turned the game around there. The pitch is inside, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Tyler threw 51 pitches today. In San Diego's other game, they're playing Cleveland, and they're winning 8-4. And there's a swing and a miss, and Kling has been retired for the first time. Hey, fans, I'd like to invite you to my birthday benefit concert. It's May 14th at the Longhorn Ballroom in Dallas. It benefits the Grant Halliburton Foundation. It features Chuck Prophet and his Cumbia shoes, and Sammy Ray and the Friends. Get your tickets at longhornballroom.com. 2 high-energy bands they will put on quite a party show. Kleber Rodriguez takes a strike. He is flied out to center and flied out to left. Well, Hawkins on in relief of Brian Salazar. And Jared mentioned the odd spelling on Salazar's first name, Brian, B-R-A-I-A-N. You've seen that one before?
No, we've obviously seen the Y instead of the I. Brian Rocchio.
Brian Pena, the former catcher.
Yeah. But I don't know about I.
Pitch is outside that. How about the way Brian Ray spells his name? B-R-I-E-N. The Dallas Stars' talented pre- and post-game and intermission host.
Yeah, not common. I do feel like I've seen that a few times, but not a lot, obviously.
2-1, and that's outside. 3 balls and a strike. Brian Ray and Brett Severin do such an entertaining job on those Star shows. I love it. 3-1, and the pitch inside, ball 4. Rodriguez takes the free ticket. That is the 14th walk drawn by the Rangers today. And we're going to have a pinch hitter here for the Rangers. Maxton Martin is going to bat for Richie Martin as they are attempting to confuse us. Maxton Martin. He has, I don't think he's appeared in a game. If he did, I missed it. No, he did, and he was 0 for 1. And the pitch is in there for a strike to Martin. Richie Martin went 1 for 2 in the DH spot. Andrew McCutchen had 3 singles and a walk today as the starting DH. Here's the pitch. It is low. Among the odd statistics in this one, men in scoring position, Rangers are 7 for 17. And the Padres are 1 for 10. (22-2) in the 8th inning. And here's the pitch. That is low and inside. And the count at 2 balls and 1 strike. Hawkins is ready. He lets it fly. And that's swung on and fouled back. Meanwhile, Italy has defeated Puerto Rico by the score of 8-6. Greg Weissert came on, got the save. Al DeGarry, the winning pitcher. Seth Lugo knocked out in the first inning on 4 runs, the losing pitcher. 8-6 Italy, they moved to the semifinals. That pitch is swung on and skied to left center, not very deep. Wells trotting in and over toward left takes care of it. And there are 2 away. So tonight it's Japan against Venezuela. The winner is going to face the winner of this game. So Italy against the winner of Japan, Venezuela. And the United States, of course, plays the Dominican tomorrow night. 7 o'clock Central Time on Fox. And that is fouled off to the left by Andrew Velasquez, who is 0 for 2. The Rangers failed to score in the 4th inning and in the 7th inning. They've scored in every other inning, including 13 runs in the 3rd. Their biggest spring training inning since they were records for that sort of thing. And the pitch is high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hawkins works from the belt. They do not hold the runner at first. The pitch is outside, and the count is 2-1. With a win today, the Rangers go to 13-8. It would be their 5th straight win. And the Padres falling to 10-10. And of course, if the Rangers lose that game in Goodyear, that'll be the end of the winning streak. And they've now lost that game 4-3.
Oh, man.
So the winning streak is over. The Rangers are 12-9 at the moment, and will go to 13-9 with the win here. Pitch to Velasquez is swung on and missed. Cincinnati with a 3-run 8th off Tyler Alexander to win that ball game. Austin Gomber 4 1/3 as the starter gave up 1 run. No home runs for the Rangers today. And they wind up drawing 6 walks. Here's the pitch. High and outside. That is the 15th walk drawn by the Rangers in this ball game. As Velasquez is on and Zavala gets to bat. He has singled and walked. And with the base hit, Aaron Zavala is now 12 for 25 this spring. That is a .480 batting average. Zavala expected to start at AAA. And the pitch to him is low and outside for a ball. He played 16 games at Round Rock last year and batted .214 after hitting .246 with 14 home runs for Frisco. 2 on, 2 outs, 22-2 Texas in the 8th. The pitch just inside. Almost grazed the corner, but didn't. And the count at 2-0. Theo Hardy would be next if Zavala keeps the line moving. The pitch. Fisted foul off to the left and out of play. There is a strike. Just checking out the Cactus League standings. The Giants, 15-5, lost their last 2 ball games. In the Grapefruit League, the Braves are 13-5, and the Pirates are 15-6. As Zavala fouls one off to the left side. On the other side of the coin, the Tigers have the worst record in the Grapefruit League. They're 5-11. And the Mariners have the worst record in the Cactus League at 5-15.
Half their team's playing in the WBC.
Boy, that's true. They basically have Tacoma playing in these spring training games. As that pitch is high, it is 3-2. And the Royals, who have the second most players in the WBC, are 7-14. They have the second worst record. 3-2, the runners go. The payoff pitch, ball 4. 16 walks drawn by the Rangers today. They got 5 in the first inning. They have 3 here in the 8th inning in what will be their last inning of offense. And here is Theo Hardy, who has walked both times he's been up, including once with the bases loaded. 22-2, the Rangers are leading. And we're getting a mound visit and perhaps even a pitching change, as they do have action in the bullpen. Are they making a move? They are making a move. 22-2, the Rangers lead in the bottom of the 8th with the bases loaded and 2 outs. And with a pitching change, let's pause for these messages on the Trajan Wealth Rangers Radio Network.
At last, Texas Rangers baseball is back at the ballpark. And you'll want to be there April 3rd, 4th, and 5th when Corey Seager, Wyatt Langford, and the Rangers face off against Ellie De La Cruz and the Cincinnati Reds for a weekend series that counts. Don't miss the joy and fun and energy of the season's first home games. Grab your tickets at Rangers.com. That's right. All for Texas.
Oh, it's poppin' at Tropical Smoothie Cafe with the new Tropi Boba Bowls with juicy poppin' boba, available now for a limited time only. Take your pick from an acai base topped with mango-flavored Tropi Boba or strawberry-flavored Tropi Boba. Pop in and try the new Tropi Boba Bowls today at Tropical Smoothie Cafe, the official smoothie of the Texas Rangers.
Life's a team sport. You need a team your family can count on. Medical City Healthcare, the official healthcare system of the Texas Rangers, and one of North Texas's largest healthcare providers, offers comprehensive, compassionate care, advanced technology, and personalized treatment for your entire family. Trusted care when you need it most. Medical City Healthcare, a team you can count on.
Eric Nadel with Jared Sandler, our engineer Matt Prelip. Back at Master Control, Dylan Moore and Adam C. no doubt enjoying this ball game. Padres making another pitching change here. And they have brought in a guy whose number does not appear anywhere on our roster. So we will just tell you that number 77 is pitching for San Diego. And here's the pitch, swung on and fouled back by number 93, Theo Hardy.
This appears to be someone named Dahlquist.
Okay, definitely not on the roster that we were given. 0-1. And here's the pitch. It goes through the catcher's legs to the backstop, but the runners stay put as the ball ricochets off the backstop right back to the catcher in the dirt circle. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. The shadows are creeping out now from the backstop and have almost reached the dirt circle on the grass behind home plate. 1 ball, 1 strike, bases loaded, 2 outs, 22-2 Texas. And the pitch is very high. So we've gone from 1 pitch in the dirt to 1 pitch over everybody's head. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Let's split the difference here and see what happens. The pitch. Swing and a miss. That pitch was up in his eyes. I think that Hardy has decided he's not taking another walk. He wants to hit. He's only had 1 official at bat this spring. Let him swing the bat, please. The pitch, breaking ball, low. 3-2. The bases are loaded. There's no place to put them. Texas looking for its 17th walk. A 3-2 pitch. A swing and a bouncing ball to first base. First baseman takes it to the bag himself. And that ends the inning. No runs, no hits, 3 walks, 3 left. And we are going to the 9th. Rangers 22, Padres 2 on the Rangers Radio Network.
As an official partner of the Texas Rangers, Lockheed Martin is proud to be part of the rich heritage of the Rangers and the many fans who cheer the team on at Globe Life Field. It is with that same pride we support our local communities and customers. From the frontline workers to the members of our armed forces safeguarding life and liberty, we're here to help them with their most important missions.
AMR, the official emergency response team of the Texas Rangers, invites you to follow your passion and find your purpose with a career in emergency medical services. Make the EMS big leagues with the national leader in emergency medical services and play a vital role providing care in any crisis. To learn more, visit amr.net/careers.
Oh, it's popping at Tropical Smoothie Cafe with the new Tropi Boba Bowls. Take your pick from an acai base topped with mango or strawberry-flavored Tropi Boba. Available now for a limited time only at Tropical Smoothie Cafe, the official smoothie of the Texas Rangers.
You love your land. During Kubota Orange Days, you'll love all the great deals. With versatile compact tractors, professional-grade mowers, and durable utility vehicles, Kubota equipment can help you turn dream projects into reality. Kubota Orange Days is here, and so are the best deals of the year. Now through June 30th, get select compact tractors with 0% financing available or save up to $5,500. Sale ends soon. Go to KubotaOrangeDays.com or stop by your local dealer for more information.
If you're just joining us, you've missed a lot. Rangers lead 22-2. They've hit 7 home runs. They've drawn 16 walks. Nathan Eovaldi had the longest outing by a Rangers starter this spring, 5 2/3. He allowed 2 runs. Jake Junis worked a scoreless inning. So did Josh Sborz, and now Ryan Brazier takes over in the 9th to finish off this ball game. 22-2. The Rangers have the lead. Carpathios is the batter. Brazier, the right-hander from Wichita Falls, delivers. And he missed with that. That certainly looked like a strike. But it is called a ball by Charlie Ramos, who can certainly be forgiven if he's going a little stir-crazy by now. 1-0 pitch is over for a strike, and it's 1-1. Ranger pitchers have walked none. San Diego pitchers have walked 16. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And the count is 1-2. Brazier this spring has appeared in 6 games previously, giving up 6 runs in 5 1/3. He's been touched for 12 hits. The veteran right-hander has been around, and that pitch is a little bit low for a ball. Last year with the Cubs, had a .450 earned run average. And he is 38 years of age. The 2-2 delivery. Fouled off to the left and out of play. He broke in with the Angels back in 2013. Pitched in Japan in 2017. Came back with the Red Sox for 5 years, then a couple with the Dodgers. Pitched in the World Series for the Dodgers in 2024. Pitched in the World Series for Boston in 2018, so he's got a couple of rings. There's a swing and a roller out to second base. Hardy to Prado, and there's one out here in the 9th inning. What do you got lined up for your hot stove show after this, Jared?
Well, Peyton Gray is going to join us. He's had a great camp, a guy who's turned into a really strong candidate to make the team out of the bullpen. If not one of those guys, maybe you can see as the year unfolds. And we'll talk a little bit about the WBC.
A swing and a roller to third. It is backhanded by Velasquez. His throw is high, but Prado hauls it in. 2 outs.
I got some thoughts on the World Baseball Classic, and then we'll talk about this game a little bit. I'll make up what happened in the Reds-Rangers game. No, I'm just kidding. We'll talk about some of the roster decisions and storylines, and then if people want to call, they can do so. 877-881-1053 if you want to ask some Rangers questions. And
Peyton Gray has given up 2 hits in 7 2/3, featuring an amazing changeup. He's walked nobody and struck out 12. Brazier comes home, and it's in for a strike to Salas. 2 outs in the 9th. Rangers leading 22-2. Here's the pitch. Fouled back. Let's pause for station identification. 10 seconds along the Trajan Wealth Rangers radio network.
Your home of Texas Rangers baseball. KRLD-FM and HD1 Dallas-Fort Worth. We are 105.3 The Fan.
0-2 the count, and here's the pitch. A swing and a bouncing ball to first. Prado's got it. Underhands to Brazier at the bag, and the ball game's over. The Rangers have won it 22-2. Back with the happy totals after this on the Rangers Radio Network.
Hey Rangers fans, the 2026 MLB season is here, and SeatGeek has your ticket to all the Rangers action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of every home team win. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Rangers games or to any other live event in the greater Dallas area, SeatGeek has your seat. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of your Texas Rangers. Your ticket to the best game of your life. SeatGeek.
Are your investments in the right accounts? What's best, traditional or Roth? Are you receiving all available tax deductions? Are you paying as little in tax as you can? These are all questions you can't afford to get wrong. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth, and in many cases, it's not what you make, but it's what you keep that makes the real difference. Trajan Wealth and Trajan Tax work closely together exclusively. No more guessing about whether you should do a Roth conversion, or if maxing out your 401k is really the best option. Our nationally recognized fiduciary advisors and CPA team work in tandem to make sure your tax strategy works with your investment strategy. We'll even do your tax preparation. One team, one strategy. Isn't it time for a second opinion? Call Trajan today at 469-949-TEAM. That's 469-949-8326.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
The happy totals look like this. The Rangers 22 runs, 22 hits, no errors, 15 left. The Padres 2 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, and 5 left. Nathan Eovaldi, the winning pitcher. Marco Gonzalez, the losing pitcher. The game took 2 hours and 54 minutes before 6,301. The Rangers hit 7 home runs. Nimmo hit 2 of them. Josh Smith Wyatt Langford, Corey Seager, Ezekiel Duran, and Trevor Hauver also went deep. The Rangers also drew 16 walks after drawing 11 yesterday. And of all that, what stood out most to you, Jared?
I just think it's, you can illustrate it by walks, or you can just, extrapolate or expand beyond that. The plate discipline for the Rangers this spring may or may not carry over. I don't know. Every year we see things. Some do, some don't. But what we do know is that was a big weakness for this team last year, and it's something that they have emphasized. Having better plate discipline, doing what the game tells you to do, and you even though we talk so much about how it doesn't really guarantee anything, you'd certainly rather guys perform well as opposed to struggle. And for whatever it's worth, an area that was a huge issue for the Rangers last year has been a big strength for them this spring. And today's game was another way in which that was demonstrated. The home runs are great. Individual players hitting the ball well is great. But I think you and I both have seen enough spring training performances that don't necessarily carry over into the season. But I do think that maybe approaches and team-wide related things might tell a story, but even that, it's still not a guarantee.
Yeah, the Rangers now lead the majors, having drawn 118 walks in 21 games. That's almost 6 walks per game on the average. Well, the Rangers will take their 13-9 record to Camelback Ranch tomorrow to take on the world champion Los Angeles Dodgers. Trey Shupak will be on the mound for the Rangers. Shupak, who was strong at Round Rock last year, has had a very good spring. He's another guy who's kind of a Cinderella candidate. He has not allowed an earned run in 7 1/3 innings. He has permitted 4 hits and a walk, and he has struck out 4, and he will match up against the Dodgers' young River Ryan. That's a 3 o'clock start, and we certainly invite you to join us for that. For our engineer, Matt Prelip, for Dylan Moore and Adam C. in Master Control, for Matt Hicks and for Jared Sandler, I'm Eric Nadel. Thanks for joining us. The final again today, the Rangers 22 and the Padres 2. Be sure to stay tuned for Ranger Hot Stove. Until then, so long, everybody. Here's the payoff pitch. He struck him out swinging. Got him on a splitter. Evaldi strikes out 3 in the inning. He has 7 punch-outs on the night.
And that ball hit high and deep into left field. Dominguez goes back, watches with the rest of us as Josh Young has just walked off the New York Yankees.
Swung on, lofted in the air, left center field. Langford on the run, lunges and makes the catch. Oh, baby, what a play by Wyatt Langford.
You've been listening to Texas Rangers Spring Training Baseball, brought to you by Globe Life. For over 125 years, Globe Life has helped protect families when they need it most. Globe Life, make tomorrow better. Lexus, visit your local Dallas-Fort Worth Lexus dealership today. CertaPro, choose happy, choose CertaPro painters. Visit CertaPro.com. And by Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, where the players play. Hear every Texas Rangers game right here on the Rangers Radio Network. This Odyssey Sports